drop spots here on E District, and understandably so, one with it being where teams are looking to start off at and being able to set the
Good
tone.
morning.
Be really interested to see as far as
Good
within
morning,
these
guys.
first
Good
couple of
morning.
games, who's going to be able to come in and really step up on the right foot, right? We've been seeing, it feels like the gap has been getting closed towards the top. A lot of people competing, and guys, we've already got everyone locked in and ready, just about ready to take to the skies. I hope y'all are excited. I know I am. It looks like we're about ready to get to that Legend Select heading on in. Actually, let's go ahead and get ready to jump on in for that Edge Legend. Wow, let me run that back. Let's go and get ready to run into that Legend Select here for map number 1. It is going to be E District. Don't be surprised if we do see quite a bit of the altar as well as the crypto here in games number 1 and 2. So I am seeing quite a bit of that as far as within that first map pick. And let's go ahead and get down to it. Ain't no more time to talk about it. It is indeed time to be about it. Map number 1. I hope you guys are excited. Lock on in chat. Bring the hype, bring the noise, bring the funk. Also, want to give a big shout out to all of our watch parties who are tuning in alongside us here at Battlegrounds HQ. And this is match day number 5. Groups A versus C. Be really interested to see who's going to be able to get some of these early zones. I feel like we've been noticing quite a few teams being able to do a really good job of being able to capitalize when they do get those zones. And I think especially when we look at a map like E District, which has traditionally, I think, since its introduction, been one that gives us a lot more of those packed end games, not just because of some of the POIs, but I feel like it is a map that I think teams have just been really wanting to lock in on. So if you talk about maps number 1 through 3, we'll have to wait and see where things go. Goat on your screen here currently, one of our squads who has kind of been a little slower out of the gates when we talk about thus far in the season, but does feel like they still have some time to turn things around. They are one of our squads who we had seen had done a really good job of, through the opens, being able to accumulate those points. I feel like they're a team that we just haven't quite seen reach their potential. They did have 2 huge games on Olympus last time these 2 groups played, so maybe when we get to the back end of the series, they can have a little bit of comfortability in that fact. But they are currently sitting in 19th, just 22 points. We didn't really get to talk too much as far as with the standings. We obviously showed them earlier, but I do even think teams like GOAT, who are sitting even at that 22 mark, you know, you have 2 decent days. You can put yourself right within the mix. Does look like we're going to be heading out towards the northwestern side of this zone here, out towards Boardwalk City Hall area. Going to be good for teams like PXX, ARAM, and Titan Esports Club. You can even see S8UL already on the hot step, rotating their way on in from draft point. Teams will understand the importance of needing to really make sure that they can move in with a sense of urgency.
Good morning.
While we had mentioned that a lot of our E-District end zones do generally give you a lot of territory to be able to work with. Up in that boardwalk area between there and City Hall, it's not exactly like, say, a neon square where there's a bunch of buildings. So teams that are going to want to try and prioritize really lock into those zones, you can understand why they're wanting to move quickly. Meanwhile, Black Hole, they won't have too far to go as far as for the first
please
ring,
मेरे earphones पहने तक इनको बोल दो लड़े नहीं, thanks.
Rather than later. The problem is they do have wolves with them inside of draft point. So I don't know if they've got the information of that as of for now, but they are going to continue rotating their way up north. We've got a lot of teams who have already started prioritizing moving on in. When you talk about having the ring knowledge, 9 teams in, and I mean, it looks like a majority of the lobby is continuing to move their way on in from there. So going to be really intrigued to see just how quickly things pack on up, in particular when we do talk about down there in City Hall itself. I don't think we're going to be seeing too much as far as those early engagements here. Maybe a little bit from Team Uvi, as they have been able to lock down a decent spot for themselves. I think for them, just going to be trying to get a lay of the land around them. Of course, they do have that crypto like a majority of our teams do have within the lobby. So they'll be able to use that to make sure that no one's pushing that. I think that was Havoc that we had seen was right next door to them. And I do got to say, as far as for Team Ubi, I've really been enjoying seeing as they've moved into Pro League. While they were a team during Opens that didn't necessarily ever pop off, and when it did get through qualifiers, they're a team that was consistently consistent.
Guys, please stop fighting. I am not wearing my earphones yet.
Over
Can
into
they
Pro
stop?
League, and they haven't been able to do that thus far. So I think another decent day here, and I think they're also one of our squads, if I am not mistaken, that is only sitting on 2 match days. So a really solid performance from them today in match day number 5. And they can feel pretty comfortable about potentially being in one of those 9 spots when it comes to EWC. Of course, early game inside of E-District. This is going to be the point, especially where we have all of those cryptos. Going to be seeing a lot of EMPs, just being a nuisance, trying to poke and prod away to be able to upgrade those Evos.
I'm truly loved.
Meanwhile, teams like Black Hole still
The encryption on that video is next level, just
way.
saying thank you. Hello, arrangement.
On into
किसी ने बोला start to start encryption.
Being this late, be able to find themselves at least a good priority spot.
C.
We'll be able to use that breach charge though to at least get a little bit of damage.
आज कितने मैच है? 6 मैच खेलने हैं पंकज. 3 E-District, 3 Olympus. I love Olympus personally. I feel like Olympus is one of the
one person
best.
taken out. Matter of fact, I was gonna say wouldn't be surprised to see much more, but all of a sudden,
you know what that means? Where is my cursor?
They were looking to try and use that below.
Where's my cursor? Here we are.
From church.
Yep.
Seeing in the short of.
Nice. They're trying to recall it. I'm gonna try and find them.
Ah, final है क्या? नहीं नहीं.
South on the bridge, I think.
अभी तो एक weekend और बाकी है.
Yeah, I'm putting drone like all the way over the wall.
Okay, I heard them to the wall. So.
There's some Maggie team behind them.
Also. Thank you.
Yeah, they may just queue through. They might have to queue through like right here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
कल भी बिना makeup के आई थी परसों.
Surely they do. Did the Alta die?
Alta killed Maggie.
Thank you.
He's gonna cross all the way at the bottom. He's gonna run around the corner.
Okay. I'm looking
It's a solo. His teammate's dead.
Yeah,
literally 1 guy and 3 guys on the bridge above. I'm gonna try and get scans on him.
Oh my god, bro. Wake up, buddies. Wake up, guys.
Right on my ping, Shocky.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Crypto
Good morning.
Right here.
That's right, right.
Nice.
Good morning. Wake up.
You might need to pull. Pull.
मैं 9:30 को बेड में सोच रही थी कि what if I just
I don't know, I died to his teammate, what the fuck?
No, that was a different team. His teammate was like backside Blossom.
What the fuck?
कि what if I just sleep? But then I thought no.
Black hole died, I don't know if that was...
Yeah, that was them. That was same timing. So there's gonna be 1 Maggie team Blossom now.
Priorities. नींद तो बाद में भी रह सकती है. ये फर्स्ट मैच का yes अब भी चालू हुआ.
Yeah, okay. Give me a second, get drone a bit closer. There's someone on the shops here.
Yes, Pankaj, yes.
He's like on the staircase.
शाम को आपस एक टीवी पे टूर्नामेंट देखेंगे.
Yeah.
यार मुझे अपने नेल्स कराने जाना था.
I don't see anyone Blossom choke. I'm gonna leave him drone for 2 seconds. Yeah, they're looking to fight back here. There's 2 teams back here. That might be the
चलो wake up.
Might be the Blossom team.
सुप्रभात आपको.
A lot of health meds.
M52.
Got some cells, I got ammo as well. I'm chilling now.
So I think we're not fighting, so we can switch back to the mainstream. Like, it seems we are not fighting anymore. Which game is this, Girish? This is Apex Legends, the best game in the universe.
I'm pretty sure the Blossom team that like fought has gone all the way around here. I'm flying drone over the wall again.
Yeah.
There's still TP back here. There's TP, but I don't see anyone
Sanjay, हम top पे ही चल रहे हैं.
around
Get back
neon.
his Kraber.
Tension मत
Can't
लो.
ping it for some reason. Bro, why can't I not ping Kevex?
हमारी मॉर्निंग कब की हो गई, क्लास भी अटेंड कर ली मॉर्निंग वाली। यार अपने टीचर्स को बोलो इतनी सुबह क्लास कौन रखता है भाई, उनको सोना नहीं होता है क्या?
No one's gone through this choke. They would have had third and they've just wrapped for boardwalk as well.
क्लास कौन रखता है? Why does society need to get everything done by like 10 a.m. like why?
We're getting drone broken.
The day starts at 10 a.m.
I need to drop you fucking mode.
आज PUBG PC का वॉच पार्टी करूँ? कल भी किया था मैंने PUBG PC का वॉच पार्टी।
Boardwalk's running left. Getting gate kept from the right.
We should probe that sector over there. Forget that.
3 other squads are close.
Yeah, fuck, does that mean they walk up at us? Probably.
I mean, depending on zone.
Yeah. Starting to fly across to the UAV so I can hit it on zone. Breathe with Kraber.
I've got eyes on one of them over there.
Not walking towards boardwalk right now.
They're still far.
Surely I'm in range.
ओए
Check your map.
No one shops right now.
There's a team shops.
Huh? No, they're split held. The back building is gonna be all TP fighting like bridge. I don't know how we get there though.
Yeah. Is it?
I swear these guys are splitting shops.
Yeah.
That sector over there.
They
It was one team there, but there is a team there.
चलो लड़ नहीं रहे तो फिर
Fuck, are we better off like?
But the thing is दूसरे भी नहीं लड़ रहे हैं क्योंकि kill feed में कुछ आ नहीं रहा है।
I'm checking that right now.
I'm pretty sure there was.
मैं सोच रही हूँ मेन स्ट्रीम लगा दो, but मेन स्ट्रीम पे भी दूसरे लड़ नहीं रहे हैं, समझ रहे हो?
Too far away to fucking scan out.
3 teams then? They're getting EP'd on building.
EMP. I'm walking forward. They might be fighting.
Someone's walking through the choke, Sharky. I hear them on choke. I'm not in drone right now.
Chilling them. We are like.
Just so I can scan.
I'm holding our back.
We're in behind that, but it's kind of terrible.
Never mind, not that.
Yeah, team shops underneath.
ओए
We are in back here as well. Like it's sit in a
Worst comes to
corner
when we stay.
in, but
But
it is
it's
sit in a corner in, but we are in.
I'm looking at our back until someone closes.
We have this whole kind of ramp little bit, but we do have to kill these guys if they're still there.
yeah, I think that's what we go for. I'm trying to find this team in the choke because they have to. Do you know what they did?
No, I wasn't
didn't see
looking.
them. I don't see anyone boardwalk side.
I've just flown through the choke. I don't see anyone. I'm just walking up to Sharky's spot.
Did you see India is now the hottest nation in the world? Sorry guys, sorry, my bad.
Next care pack.
They're still split holding all the way, like all these buildings up.
I would
Worst
like
comes
to
to we can
apologize.
just fucking EMP kill the blue building.
There's MP's far side.
Barrels full.
फाइट होगी क्या? अब भी मैं ये स्ट्रीम बदलूंगी और फाइट हो जाएगी।
Second floor blue.
Yeah, just get a crate bar.
Could potentially
देखा
just
जैसे
queue
अभी सोचा कि ये बदलती हूँ स्ट्रीम।
up. Oh right, yeah, okay.
नहीं लड़ रहे ना?
Still in front of us.
Yeah, we need to get to that. Like we hold that after, not early. It's whether or not we fight this team.
लड़ रहे क्यों नहीं लड़ रहे हो? जल्दी बताओ।
Let's check if they get forward or not. Someone's sitting in the bus here.
Yeah,
It is a
right.
देखो
late.
अब भी बदलूंगी, इनकी फाइट चालू हो जाएगी देखना।
And this is going to be where things get a
अब भी
little
इनकी
hectic.
फाइट चालू हो जाएगी,
Fourth
रुको।
ring starting to close in on in. BCG now going to be out here as well. Trying to stay up on their feet. I don't know. Are you going to be able to get the revive here? It does look like they should. DCG, we said we were going to be looking for them. They're in a tough spot with Wolves right on their 6. Wolves, though, they do have one player down. I don't know if they're going to be able to stay on their feet.
ओए गए।
Going to be looking to try and reset. Arc Stars getting sent their way. Going to be able to hit the big bat, though. Should give him a chance. You still have DCG right in front of them. They have to try and be able to clean this thing up quickly, though, because they don't have much time. Once they move things down and clean up this fight,
Damn.
the good news is the rest of the lobby kind of being preoccupied. Oh, hold on, though. There's a chance the third party moving up here. And this is going to be tough.
kill feet
Trying
wala
to stay
gun,
alive.
yeah?
Swinging though onto Roy. Big swings to try and stay alive. Playing through the Alter TP.
Damn, Wolves done
Oh,
for.
but Wolves is eventually going to go out. Chad, give me just a second. My
Oi,
screen popping off.
देखा पीछे रही इसने नॉक कर दिया मैं बोली ना दूर
On
से
board
स्नाइपिंग करके फिनिश कर दिया एक को अब तुम सब लड़ लो मैं खेल
Titan
चुरा
Esports
लेता
Club
हूँ
has been taken out. Now also goes out in the 12th spot as well.
जल्दी जल्दी लड़ लो मैं खेल ले लेता हूँ
Right now, it does feel like RRQ got themselves a pretty decent spot. We also have Orchid right now, who do have themselves a
जी, क्या
decent
आप
spot
भी
where they
नींद
are
में
sitting
हो?
on the southern side of the zone.
Brother, I told you guys as soon as I shifted, these guys are gonna start fighting, bro.
I don't know if that's from like Shop's team though.
Always.
Look out underneath.
Are they like in car or anything?
One's here, and then one's here. Two here. Might be split holding. Like, yeah. Yeah, two guys in here. Crypto's gonna be in Viz, and then there's someone else all the way up here. You might have an angle on these guys. They're getting fucked. If
Yeah,
you walk a bit
fuck
further
them.
up.
I'm walking up, I'm walking up.
Yeah, I don't see anyone peek above you. They're getting EMP'd on this side.
Nice.
Drop power in behind you.
Get his ass.
Heard. I'm staying in drone for a second. They're about to peek over. Any just go?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Getting in power ramp.
Do we fight the low ground building?
LOL क्वालिटी लो
Are
था
they-
हाँ
Yeah.
मेरा स्ट्रीम का नहीं मैं तो इनको देख रही हूँ ना
Oh, yeah, Crypto's Caustic's still there.
Okay.
Can you get ready to walk up on him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
see?
जाओ
What
आगे
the-
बढ़ो
what's this
सैनिकों
You might be able
I'm
to.
getting
You
shot.
can
Oh,
walk
shot
from further up.
कौन डालता है ये सब यूट्यूब
So when you're ready, I'll EMP. There's two building, one bus.
Yeah, I can kick kind of just straight over
Yeah.
from me.
I'm on
Ready
you,
now?
I'm on you.
Going?
Doing it now. EMPing.
Game barrels forward.
I'm like the fucking thing so
ईएमपी
bad.
करके
I'll
पुश
take
कर
my
रहे
loss.
चलो
Dead.
Nice.
There's one
Yeah,
thing left.
I'm betting.
You seen the ult on left?
करो करो बैट करो पकड़ो
I
इसको
cancel my back, just go.
Oh, I'm chilling.
No, so I'm batting.
I'm not swinging up. We need to kill the course inside.
Mid kills guy inside, yeah.
Kidnapping
for
him? Oh, I can't. I'm queuing up on him.
I got a barrel on him.
One. Weak. Very weak.
Money and help him.
He's
Kill him.
sticking.
He's dead. We need
Gas.
barrels. Big barrels.
Am I kidding?
वो क्या हो रहा है
Ult is-
ऊपर
one guy, it's one
give
guy.
me- Yeah, he's
Newcastle?
Me not.
100 on him. I killed him.
I'm resing.
नाइस
Wait in on the
Team
corner
Soldier
on me.
Yeah, someone
wait, yeah.
on you. Okay. There's someone
It's
directly in the
like
corner in
there's
front of us,
barely
though.
Space, but
ओए
if they're a mega team as well.
Mag.
Anything else?
They're queued up on height.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the Maggie team or not.
They're trying to kidnap as well.
No,
Trying to get back.
I'm not kidding.
किडनैप हो गए
I don't have drone. When we have two queues, we need to get up on the height.
He's swinging left and near.
Swing
Zone,
it back.
120.
I'm holding up.
You safe on me?
shouldn't that do
I took you. Fuck. Batting. I'm
You
climbing
might queue
over.
up.
fuck
It's
me
your shot,
this
it's
is such a bad
4
corner
squads left. No, I died. So.
nah
He should have his
नहीं आ
maybe.
पाया
Three squads. Team height, team below.
3 squads
Yeah, I don't know,
दो नीचे झगड़ा कर रहे तीसरे हम
Dark out from far.
and he is reviving मजा आ गया आओ इधर लूटो गाइस इधर तो लूट ही लूटे
Just keep back down if you get sent.
fuck no anti
Good game.
third eye by good game 3-6
These guys are dropping a fucking nuke.
7-8 कोई
Such a
कैलकुलेट
big
करो
day. Last week, looking to bounce back
3-3-6
here.
plus
S8UL
2
gonna try and
8
get their
8
team
kills
back in.
first game
If
third
they can
eye
get back to
not
I was
bad
gonna say, if they can
brother.
get back to a full 3, could make this end game very interesting. RRQ does have
not
the high
bad
ground here on
but
Team
वो
Newbie.
strat भी अच्छा था इधर आके recall कर दे but वो unfortunately
And I'm not sure
ऊपर
how
थे
they're going to be
बंदे.
able to push up here as far as for Team Ubi. I think RRQ just kind of get free pickings. Slowly walking up the stairs here. There's a chance that they can make the first swing and get some entry. There's a chance.
Oi,
Kraber
hug
in
this.
hand. Oh, it's a swing and a miss though
Miss
with the
कर
Kraber,
दिया.
and that's an unfortunate one
हाँ
in that
भाई
regard.
one shot है ये
Be able to open things up. Nice spray coming
Yep.
across. You gotta try and finish things up if you're RRQ.
नेड भी अपने ऊपर ही डाल दिया क्या
Right now, Doom's the
नहीं ना.
last one left alive.
करो करो
Versus Metro in a 1v1.
1v1
looking to make the play here is Dooms with the R99 in hand.
1v1 revive कोई नहीं कर रहा, revive कर रहा है. Kraber लगा के बैठा है भाई, उसका shield जाते ही, oh he shot his bum, he shot his butt, he shot his butt. Yep, that's why the
and
Kraber.
RRQ steps up in a
Pura
big way
shield gone.
in game number 1. Not only is it the first place finish, but it's a 20-piece nugget as well. 32
Nugget.
points,
Fuck.
and RRQ
Chicken
on
nugget खाने
top.
कितना मजा आता अभी सुबह. नाइफ पॉसिबल है सिद्धांत, इसमें मीली कर सकते हैं, मतलब मुक्की मार सकते हैं और इनका जो एयरलूम है उससे मार सकते हैं. तो लाइक अभी तो नाइफ्स आ गई है ये गेम में, सो बेसिकली यू कैन, it don't count as a knife though, it counts as a melee kill. Melee.
And we're able to just continue to take the isolated fights that were needed. One thing that I felt like had been missing from this squad,
Good job.
was like being able to finish their fights. We had seen them in good positions. But
11 kill
Metro
लिए इसने,
popping off with a big 11 kills in their own right.
11 kill लिए इसने
Pricey
अकेले ने.
with the 7, Strafing Flame with 2 as well.
7 8 9
Kills as a
9 plus
squad.
1 20 kills.
It's absolutely insane. And that right
What?
there, when you talk about being able to set the tone,
अरे तो
I don't really
S8UL
know what
एपेक्स
more
में
you
या
can
6
really
मैप्स
ask
खेलने
for
वाले,
from a squad.
एक मैप डन ऑलरेडी.
We've seen teams, however,
जल्दी करते
pop
हैं,
off
20
in the
मिनट में
early
गेम
parts
खत्म.
of
अभी
these
ऐसे 20
sets,
2 मिनट ब्रेक,
and
फिर
then
दूसरा
still
गेम
struggle to be
20
able
मिनट में
to
खत्म.
finish. So
ऐसे
it is
करते करते
important for
2 घंटे में
RRQ
सारे
while
गेम्स
you do
खत्म,
have
फिर
the
उसके
big
बाद सब
game.
लोग जाके सो सकते हैं गाइस.
The job's not done. You can see
Wow.
though, because of those 20 KP, they were a big point sponge in this lobby. They will be far and wide above
32
the rest
points,
of the
bro,
lobby
20
into
kills.
map number 2.
Wow.
But man, what a big game. RRQ, Ubi, S8UL, Goat, and Dog Red finishing out the top 5. The good news for anybody outside of that top 5, due to the fact that there is the big point sponge at the top, you should be able to jump right back in, at least up into the conversation of that top 5 relatively
सब लोग नहीं,
quickly.
अंकित ही
But if
सो
RRQ
सकती है
pops
क्या?
off with
मतलब तुम
another
भी सो
big
सकते हो, ये
game here in
पर्सनल
game
चॉइस
number
है.
2,
रात को नहीं सोई क्या? नहीं,
watch
मैं
out
4
for the
बजे
rest
तक
of the lobby,
जागी
at
थी
least when it
क्योंकि मैं
comes to
भूल गई. फिर मैंने
competing
4
for that
साढ़े
top
4 बजे
spot.
ऐसे
So let's
टाइम
go
देखा,
take a
मैंने
look
बोला
at some of
अरे
their top
मुझे तो
kills, and
सुबह वॉच
we had
पार्टी है.
seen it there at the end screen. It was Metro with the 11, the young gun
Hey,
here
Legacy
within
with
the
the 3
region.
kills
Pricey
in
right
top
behind
5
him with
of
the 7.
kills.
Oh, even low, and Soul Legacy with the 3. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our top 5 as far as
हम
damage
कहाँ
here
है?
as well.
अरे हम इतने ऊपर
Probably
है कि
gonna be
हम
looking
स्कोर बोर्ड में दिखे
relatively
नहीं भाई.
close
ये
to
देखो,
the same.
रिवाइंड करती हूँ. ये दिख रहा है स्कोर बोर्ड, इतने ऊपर है हम गाइस. अगर हम स्कोर बोर्ड में नहीं दिख रहे ना तो समझ जाओ कि हम लोग टॉप में हैं. ठीक है, समझे?
Our usual suspects here. When we talk about the pick rate, I
समझे?
mentioned going into the day probably going to
अगर
be
हम
seeing a
लोग
lot
दिख
of
रहे हैं स्कोर
crypto,
बोर्ड
a lot
में
of Alter. It is indeed crypto off the board.
तो
in
समझ
game
आना,
number 1.
ये तो अच्छी बात नहीं है.
Can't
अगर
say that
नहीं
I
दिख
am
रहे तो समझ जाओ कि मैं
too
कवर कर रही हूँ
surprised.
क्योंकि
More
हम
than likely
टॉप
going
में
to
हैं.
be seeing the
लेजेंड
Alter as
बैन क्या
well
हुआ?
off the board
क्रिप्टो
in this
गॉन
next one,
बड़ी.
so. Kind of
Oh,
per the
thank you,
usual, can't
Rohan.
say that I'm
Thank
too
you.
surprised. I guess
हम जो
we'll
PUBG
just
पीछे
call it
चेस देख रहे थे फिर
business
क्लास ले रहे थे, उनका
as
क्या?
usual, I do suppose.
देखो
Again, I
चेस
feel
तो
like
मैं
as
नहीं
far
देख
as
रही थी,
first
मेरे को
couple
समझ
of
में नहीं
picks,
आता है. मेरे को
or
सिर्फ पता
sorry,
है कि
first
चेस
couple
में
of
सारे
bans,
मतलब कौन से चीज
tend
कैसे मूव
to
कर सकती है, मुझे
be
बस
pretty
उतना
typical
पता है.
across all of our regions. After that, though, it kind of does
तो मैं
seem to
चेस
vary at least
ना ही देखूं तो
little
बेटर होगा
by
अपने टीम के
little
लिए.
here. Um,
कि भी तुमने शॉर्ट्स नहीं देखे मेरे?
But chat,
It's
we are going to be getting
easier to
ready
say Siddhant flow
hop
में, like
into
when they are
map number 2 here in just a moment.
when there are such
I am
fast
having
fights
the,
happening.
issue of tech on my side
It's
here for
easier
just
to
a moment. So,
say.
I'm going to be setting things to a break before we jump into map number 2, just so I can fix one thing. My bad about kind of some of the calls on the backside. My one monitor is giving me some issues, so I want to make sure I get that fixed before we get into map number 2. We'll
Okay,
be back with our
QG.
second map of the day. We'll be going back to E District right after this quick break.
He said he's gonna fix something. I didn't understand what is being fixed, but I know something is being fixed. It's okay, QG. आप fix करो. I am just happy कि आप watch party कर रहे हो और कास्ट कर रहे हो ये गेम हमारे लिए. वॉच पार्टी मतलब आप कास्टिंग कर रहे हो ये गेम की, ये रीजन के गेम्स की. थैंक यू. AWC के टाइम आपके चेस स्ट्रीम्स देखे थे, चेस में कुछ और हो रहा था. Excuse me. See, I know that a horse can move like straight right or straight left. Okay. I know that a bishop can go like either like white diagonal or black diagonal. I know that an elephant can go like सीधा or right. And I know that आगे के छोटे सैनिक स्टार्ट में 2 मूव जा सकते, फिर एक मूव जाते हैं सीधा अनलेस वो किसी पे अटैक करे तो वो राइट जा सकते हैं डायगोनल. अंकल को आता है ना चेस? ये आपने सीखा नहीं उनसे? यार बचपन में आता था भाई, मुझे ना बचपन में सब आता था, फिर बड़े होते होते ना मेरे सारे स्किल सेट ही कम हो गए. बचपन में मैं चेस खेलती थी, डांस करती थी, गाना गाती थी, सब करती थी, मुझे सब आता था बचपन में. एक्टिंग किया है, सब किया है मेरे बचपन में. फिर पता नहीं मेरा स्किल सेट कम होते अभी वैलो खेलती हूँ. What do you mean this game is so hard to play with a keyboard and mouse? This I literally cannot play this on a controller. I don't understand people who know how to aim with a controller in an FPS game. How do you do that? Welcome back QG. आपने तो बड़ा fast tech pause ठीक कर दिया.
A little rough on the call there on the back end of match number 1. Oop, let me fix that. I just realized my monitor got turned a little bit. Yeah, my monitor was giving me a little bit of issues. I couldn't see what team we were on the back end there. So sorry for the half calls there, but good end to game number 1.
Damn, I thought Q को भी नींद आ रही है.
We mentioned 32 points to start off the day. Has them looking phenomenal. I think there were some worries for this RRQ squad, especially after that first week. Again, you drop a 0 burger in your first lobby.
रोहन, मैंने तो कल भी PUBG PC watch party की थी.
Unfortunately, when you do drop a game, when you are a team that, or sorry, when you do
मेरे
drop
पास
a
watch
match
party
day, the way
rights
that
भी
they
नहीं
did
है.
match day
Chess का
number
मेरे
1
पास
and
watch
you're a
party
team
right
that is
left कुछ भी नहीं है.
expected to be towards like the top of the region. There's some concerns.
Tried once on a stream. I have tried playing with controller
they have gotten better
before.
with each match day though.
Bot होता है ना bot.
Match number
Apex
1
का
right
वो
there just
देखा है
kind of
तुमने?
shows you at least what their ceiling really does
Apex का तुमने वो
appear to
देखा है?
be. I mean, 20 kills,
Range
5,500 damage.
जिसमें bot ऐसे
Honestly,
एक कदम
just
right
bringing
एक
the
कदम
heat,
left चलते हैं
bringing the
वैसे.
flame. All right. That was an easy one. I'm sorry, chat. But yeah, let's
वैसे
go and
move
get ready
करती
to
हूँ मैं.
get on
If
into
you look
it
at
as
some
far as
streamers,
map
hand cam
number
of controllers
2.
insane.
Will
Yeah,
be
bro, this is
another
like
run back on E District. Again, we will be not seeing the crypto.
what do you mean? How are you
time
aiming
around.
with that?
As that has been banned and
Encryption
taken
की
off
skill
the
set तो
board.
है कम से कम. Thanks.
If I had to guess, just guessing, probably going to be
Bishop
seeing
होता
Alter
है,
taken off
हाथी कोई
next.
नहीं होता. अरे वो right
Generally
में
seems to be the case no matter what map we're on, but in particular,
Bishop तो
seems
वो
to
होता
be
है
the
ना जो
case
all
on,
black all
E
white होता है.
districts.
Diagonal
For
moving.
sure. Again, I think
Last
when
में
you
तो
talk about
हाथी
the
होता है
other
ना?
19
नहीं?
teams outside
क्या
of
बोलते हैं?
RRQ here,
You have disappeared from my feed. I have to look
moving
up for
into
you
map
every
number
time. No
2, thanks to the
notification.
fact
हाँ,
that
मैं तो
20
पिछले
KP
साल
were taken off the board from RRQ plus that first place
पिछले
finish of
साल
12
के
points.
start
Anyone can still put themselves
पिछले
in the
साल का
mix to
start
be
या
able to
उसके
look for the
पहले वाला
podium, but
साल.
let's look at
Shadow
those
ban खा
legend
चुकी हूँ I think.
selects
मेरे को तो
starting
ऐसे
to come
personally
across.
लगता है. सबके feed से
And not
गायब
to
ही हो गई
mention,
मैं.
be surprised
किसी
if
को
we
मेरी
see quite a
notification
bit
नहीं
of
गई.
alter.
एक साल
Does
से ऊपर
seem
हो
to
गया
be
है.
the case.
किसी की feed में नहीं हूँ.
If I had to guess, we will probably be seeing Ultra off the board
I don't know
here
what happened.
at a first glance. We'll have to wait for an official tally
I don't
from
know
our
what happened.
squads in the back. Are seeing a few Sears coming into play here. Now that the crypto has been taken off.
क्या आकाश? तू करेगा watch party?
Looks like also seeing a couple of teams starting to
हाथी
switch up
कोई
their
नहीं
approach,
होता
more
है.
going for like
हाथी
say,
मेरा
things
साथी
like
होता
the
है.
We've seen
तुझे
more
क्या
Watsons
पता?
coming into play. Also naturally starts
Oh,
to see
thanks,
a couple
Ocean
more
Drop.
of the Maggies as well. So map number 2, chat.
पता नहीं KP क्या सीन
You
है.
guys are all ready for it. I know I'm ready for it.
रुक हाथी होता है.
We
देखा?
got to see ourselves at more
आकाश.
northwestern ending for map number 1.
शागने को हाथी बोला.
Question
अरे
is, where are we off to for map number 2. Electrodam.
हाँ
maybe?
पता है
Feel like
मुदगल
we've
मेरे
seen
को
a
चेस
decent
में
bit of
क्या
that.
क्या होता है वो सब तो याद है
As far
भाई
as
इतना तो
of late.
चेस
I know
खेला है
I'm
मैंने
always a big
बचपन
fan
में
of seeing me
कौन
some
से
neon
होते हैं और
square,
कौन
but
सी चीज कैसा मूव कर
I know we
सकती
were
है
just
उतना
up in
मुझे
that
आता है बट मेरे
portion
को
of
वो
the
सब
map,
प्लेज
so
नहीं
I
मालूम है
would
जो तुम लोग
understand
बोलते
other
हो अभी
people not
उसने
wanting to
एकदम
be out that
900
direction.
नाइट्रो
There's a
मारा है
good
एनिमी पे लाइक वो
potential
सब मूव्स मुझे नहीं
of a
मालूम
chance
लाइक
heading up towards
दैट आई डोंट
Electrodam-ish
अंडरस्टैंड
area.
इसने
Does look
R31
like
क्यों नहीं उठाया
TYK has been able to find their third.
समझ रहे हो
Sat on board with them earlier and
वो
see
सब
them as a
मुझे नहीं
duo.
आता चेस में
Always love
लाइक
to
व्हेन
see our
दे
teams
से
up to
स्टफ
full
लाइक
strength,
दैट
and not going to be going up to the northeast, but we are most
राजदीप आई हैव नो
certainly
आइडिया
going to be heading out east. And oh my goodness gracious, guess who's out east, chat? Didn't even talk about the rotation that RRQ had, getting all the way to the western side of the map there to be able to take map number 1. But now this time around, RRQ is going to be gifted a zone, and we had kind of talked about at the
मतलब थोड़ा
start
थोड़ा
of
सारा
things how
गेम
it feels
आता
like
है
for teams
प्रोफेशनल
really
कोई
want
नहीं
to be
आता
able
ये
to
भी एक स्किल है
capitalize
या जैक
off
ऑफ
of the
ऑल
zones that you are
ट्रेड्स
gifted. Imagine if this squad here can go back to back.
This is the smallest one in game.
Would be kind
Is
of
E
insane.
district that small? Yeah.
Rendang also will have a relatively short rotate. They landed down at Stadium.
शाबिस वांगल के फैंस हैं कि नहीं सबको चेस पसंद है सबको चेस पसंद है तो मेरे वाईटी पे जाके सर्च करो चेस
They've not
एक
even
बार
played around them
पप्पा
just
के
quite yet,
अगेंस्ट
but
में
them,
और
like
शार्क
very
निक गए
many
थे
teams, will be prioritizing quick rotates to be able to make their way
मेरे डैड
towards
रोज
zone.
चेस
They were
खेलते हैं
out
ही
of
प्लेज
Stadium
एवरी
relatively
डे
quickly. They will have to worry about a couple of teams that are just behind them, rotating their way on
मेरे
in.
डैड चेस में इतने इन्वॉल्वड है
There's
ही
a
नोज
chance they could
somebody at
potentially
like
catch Orchid on the rotate on in, especially if Orchid
what is
happens
that
to catch
Fide
an early fight. We talked about
he
taking
has a
advantage
good
of
level
zone.
contact at
Well,
chess
what better
also
way to take advantage of it than ultimate high ground? RRQ
he plays
gonna have a
every
good
day किसके
landscape
साथ
of
वो
the
ऑनलाइन
land
जो साइट है ना चेस की उस पे
here
ही
for the
खेलते हैं
rest of
पापा
this map. We'll see how they'll be able to capitalize and just how high they can push the needle from there. Not sure who that is.
Fide.
It's taken off to the sky here.
why is it pronounced Fide
Pricey
though
says, you know what? I got a long bow in hand, and I don't mind sending warning shots. I'm making sure you don't push my
ओए
height
ओए
over here at heights. Hold on, 60 shot. Can you find another
फीडे
one?
क्यों बोलते हैं उसको
Ronan's a standing player for a second.
FID ही होता है ना अभी
Ronan did well to
TID
find
होता
their
तो
way, though,
तुम
into
टाइड
safety.
बोलते ना
That's gonna be some
टीडे
good
थोड़ी
news for
बोलते
them.
समझ रहे हो SID
It
ही
does
होता
seem
तो
like a
साइड
decent
बोलते
amount of this lobby has
सीधे
the
थोड़ी
lead
बोलते
as far
ए
as just
सीधे
heading
हट
out
ऐसे
towards
थोड़ी
height.
बोलते
There are a few teams that are in energy banks.
so
though.
why is it
Makes me wonder if we're going to be seeing some early engagement over on this side.
हाँ
I mean, you got S8UL over here. You got inside the ring who's
फीडे ही
more
प्रोनाउंस
rotating
होता
on,
है
like,
वो
the
तो पता है
eastern
वेरी
side
शर्मा
of,
लेकिन क्यों इज माय
of
क्वेश्चन
energy
जब
bank,
साइड
whereas Olympus
टाइड
was the south or the northeast, but let's
Guide.
hop back in with RRQ. It does
ये
look
सब
like
होता है
someone trying to
तो
take the
फाइड
bottom
क्यों
control
नहीं
of that
because
building.
it's
Jake
related to
Pricey
chess
a little
what do you
extended here,
mean
but should be able to get back to safety with the rest of their squad.
aesthetic
They're in a pretty good
Hide.
position here.
देखो हाइड
I gotta say, I like the composition that we see from this squad as well. I felt like this was a team when we saw the roster
किसी
come
इंग्लिश में कोई
together. I
लॉजिक नहीं
thought
है
would be
देखो
more
ना
of a fighting squad.
फोन को फोन बोलते हैं बट साई को साई
Felt like
बोलते
maybe
हैं
was trying to fit themselves to the meta versus
सुनामी को भी तो
where we have seen other
सुनामी नहीं
teams, especially in the
बोलते
region, thinking
समझ
like
रहे हो
last year teams of Gen G who just make their own meta.
they need a complex name because it's chess what do you mean
They're talking
elitism
about BCG on the day.
elitism
Really feels like
elitism
for
होता है
them,
ना,
if
हाँ.
they want to keep themselves
what is this bro
in the mix
it's their
here,
choice so I can also
talk
call
about
it
conversations
fight
for
आज
land.
से हम उसे fight
starts
बुलाएंगे
with a decent
कोई पूछे
performance
क्यों
here
तो
today.
बोलना it's our choice
I think they just need to make sure that they're in a solid spot on E District. Again, we did see them have quite a bit of success last
समझ रहे
time
हो?
out when they were playing Olympus.
it's a Russian pronunciation borrowed into
That is
other
one of the
languages
maps
ऐसा
they
है क्या
feel a little bit more comfortable on.
fight it is
Again, this is E District. And with this being a zone heading out towards height,
Federation
decent amount of
Internationale
buildings out
des
this way. Wouldn't be
Équipes
surprised to see
which
another
is
one of
French
those
for International
really
Chess
packed in
Federation
games.
Yeah, but so what if the short
now,
form
though,
is this thing?
BCG falling away from one team. The problem, though, is they retreat
It's
back
still spelled
right into the
FIDE, which
crosshairs
can be said as
of
fight.
Wolves,
So.
though, and BCG just
So.
can't seem to catch a break.
Lado,
They're
Lado,
trying to retreat from
Lado.
one, and you end up right in front of the
Lado.
pack as the Wolves
Lado,
are
dosto,
in the hunt. Will
Lado.
look to try and clean things up here. Does seem
आज
like
से
BCG,
USA
though,
को USA बोलेंगे. बोलो?
trying to go by that good old
कौन
Apex
आता तुमको
mantra,
रोकने?
ain't no party like a third party.
बस वीजा के टाइम पे जाके मत बोलना.
Does look like, though, after a couple of warning shots, they'll just go ahead and split directions. And I think part of that being is, especially now
वीजा
they've
वालों के
gotten a
सामने
little
जाके
more
मत बोलना
information,
USA
they
जाना है
have to
मुझे.
continue
ठीक है.
rotating up towards the northeast.
बाकी बोलो यार USA बोलो.
And
कौन
especially now
रोकेगा
that this
तुमको?
is already this second zone, they know
We are in
that,
the zone.
as we can see on our
And we're in the
screen
next
now,
zone.
the majority of these teams have already prioritized the rotation on in. So you've only got a decent amount
आपकी
of
टॉप
teams, I
मेंबरशिप
guess. You
खरीदने
got
में
5
क्या
teams
होगा? मेरे
outside
पास
of
पैसे
the
आएंगे.
zone right now. There's a chance that
मैं
PXX
थैंक्स बोलूंगी.
could
मैं
potentially
बोलूंगी
scope out
wow,
where
wow.
TYK is at
You are the
Galleria.
best
problem,
person
though,
on this
174
human
kinda
being
separates
planet.
you. I was gonna say a little
Wow.
bit out from the rest of the squad, but it isn't going to be the case. It
You are
actually looks like
amazing.
the chance those two squads realize that this
Thanks
fight
for
needs to
your
happen
support.
before either one of them
Thanks
can
for supporting my
rotate on in,
career
but
so I can
for the
keep
most
doing
part, when you
this
look
full
at the
time.
rest of Heights, I mean,
Thank you
still
for your
have
monetary support.
RRQ on their
ऐसे
high
बोलूंगी.
ground. Morgan, Havoc also have some pretty good spots on that far
Why is the game looking clear
eastern
than face cam? Because the
side
game is
here.
better than my face cam. देखो
Meanwhile,
अब
when you
मैंने
talk
पर्दा
about
बंद रखा है. अब
dead
मैं
center
पर्दा
of the map,
खोलूंगी ना तो ये पूरा white हो जाएगा इधर.
Black
ठीक है.
Hole, Team Ubi.
किसी को
They
देखना
don't
है?
have to
Anybody
move
want to
for a
see?
bit. They should feel pretty
I'm going to do
comfortable
watch
with
parties
where
of
they're at.
PUBG
I feel
as
like
well. I'm
towards
not going to do
rings
watch parties
4
of
and 5,
chess.
though, I think this does end up pulling
Because I feel like
a
dumb
little bit
people
more
should
out
not be allowed
towards
to
that
watch
east, but
parties
for
of
now, they'll be
chess.
good with where
Because
they're at.
I'll
The
be like,
problem,
oh
though,
my
for
god,
Team
what is
Ubi,
that Exterminator 3000
well,
move he
since they didn't
did
have to rotate
with
very
the
far, they
bishop?
came in from Electrodam. They
Like, I don't
prioritized
know
getting to
what they're
zone,
doing.
which means they're not looking so good in the shields department. 2 players sitting on those white tees, although almost upgraded up to the blues, so they'll be good in just a moment. And when I say good, I mean minimally good. You'd really prefer to still be able to upgrade those on out, but this still is relatively on early. As we do see over on this eastern side,
Good morning.
the overhead.
Ah.
Talked about it ad nauseum in the past over here at APAC South. Much as
Sach
we've seen the
बोला आपने,
discipline get better,
obviously.
there is no real sharing real estate. They'll take pop shots to the team next door. Constantly. It's just letting Havoc know. And we're here, and if you happen to either take a prolonged fight, or if anyone pushes you, we're going to have no problem pushing on in for that third party.
Extended supply. I've got my sights on a ring.
Wow.
I also really like seeing their comp on the NA side. We'll see more of
What
those
do you think
defensive
now,
sort
huh?
of compositions. I guess I can do my best, in broadcast impersonation, just say baby comp every like.
यश मैच इतने
But
स्लो
we'll
कैसे?
definitely
नहीं
see
नहीं
those quite
स्लो
a bit
तो
of the
कुछ
baby
भी नहीं
comp
है.
on later on. Meanwhile, for Wolves, you have to make sure that they can stay on their feet out here on the southeastern
Get him,
side.
get him.
Unfortunately, though, it's going to be all left to
मार दो एक
Crazy
दूसरे
Kong,
को.
and Crazy Kong is out of here. Goats. He's sending the big dogs back to the lobby.
आपके साथ वालो खेलने मिलेगा? क्यों नहीं?
Mentioned how for this goat
What's the
squad, it
breakfast
felt
today,
like there's still
Bonvita?
a chance to be able to see more potential out of them.
विंडो के थ्रू शूट नहीं कर सकते if shield हो.
Love to see them really be
अगर
able
विंडो पे
to,
कांच लगा हो तो
push the
उसके
pace,
थ्रू
that's
आप
for
शूट नहीं
sure.
कर सकते हो. बट अगर ब्लू कलर
They
का
did also
शील्ड
finish
जो
fifth
है
last time these two groups
that is
played,
a
so
breakable wall. You can break
some
that
confidence
shit
they can build
and
off
then
the
you
back
can
of that.
shoot.
BCG
एक पंच में टूट जाता है वो दीवार.
currently in a fight out here with DCG.
ये जो blue
Walking
shield
now
वाले
has to
दीवार
find their
होते
way
हैं.
back to
Brother आप
some
तो बहुत गंदे
safety.
पोजीशन में आ गए.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to here though. That should give the green light to DSG or DCG to push on in and clean things up. Wrecking ball getting sent out here as well, and BCG eliminated in that 19th spot.
So when there are these blue shining walls, you can break them and then shoot.
Now DCG will have to be one of the later teams
V Sharma
towards this
full
zone.
support. जल्दी जल्दी कमाओ. FIDE
generally
is
see the third
pronounced
team that's
as
okay with
FIDE because it is a
being a little
French
late.
acronym,
As we just
and
saw on our
E is
screen
pronounced
live,
in
they are a
French
team
as
that
A.
has no problem taking
So-
those fights.
when they say A, क्या बोलती तू? They mean
On our
E.
screen right now is another
क्या
team that,
बोलती तू?
if I can be honest, I'm kind of surprised hasn't popped off a little bit more here within this split. Dog Red.
हाँ.
You have the duo of Fafa Fifth.
E. देखो ये blue वाली दीवार है ना, इसको तोड़ के गोली मार सकते हैं. ये जो blue वाली दीवार है. ये अंबुजा सीमेंट से नहीं बनी है.
Team that definitely still has the potential to be able to put themselves up within the conversation.
Total कितने matches है? There are 6 maps
but they are
today.
going to have to start moving with a sense of urgency. They do only have the 2 match days though.
Yeah, that is good, Saggy. That's good.
So a decent performance
Ankkita.
here can move them up, but they've been relatively silent. Only 10 points.
Bonita के benefits. तन की शक्ति, मन की शक्ति.
Third ring going to be starting to close
Chocolatey.
here in just a
Yummy.
matter of a couple of minutes.
आपने कॉम्प्लान ट्राई किया कभी बचपन में?
Most of our teams have been able to find their way in towards this zone.
And RT was
One of them that
already in
hasn't,
the
though,
zone.
Is on our screen,
Guys.
and that is GOAT. They got DCG right in front of them. I'm
Guess
not
it didn't
sure
work.
if that is a.
You know, I only tried it for like a very short time,
If
and I
that's a
feel
bear,
like
then
I
I
did
won't be
increase
wanting
like
to
an
poke.
inch or something height at that time.
This early in
Sharma,
the
thank you
game,
for
I mean,
the
at least the
20.
good news
Thank
for them
you, thank you.
It's where they're at in the zone. They're kind of isolated as the only 2 teams. Down on this
RQ को मार के
southeastern
फिर we are on
side, so
top.
you really
Sure.
shouldn't have to worry about a third party.
दूसरों के downfall में हमारी खुशी है.
But still, it does feel like DCG does have the slight
Some more
advantage as far as
difference, thank you.
shields. At least until the Maggie is able to find a big swing here. My goodness gracious, and the Wrecking Ball going to get sent out as well. It doesn't quite find its mark though, so we'll need a fall on back to be able to reset.
Return
And
चले गया वो.
DCG going to be able to stabilize here as well. But now for both of these 2 teams, the question is, do you know that you're in the isolated fight? We obviously have the ability of knowing that from our POV.
Yes.
But I don't know if DCG is going to be comfortable giving the green light. Oh, maybe they are. However, overextending just a little bit, and when your altar falls, that is a tough domino to lose first.
क्या मतलब मेरे channel में ये सब था? What do you mean, bro?
As well as
Nah,
Roy trying to turn the
Revolve.
corner to keep some pressure.
It's
But they end
over
up
for
getting
you.
pushed here as well as Keiju will be able to clean things up, and DCG will be sent back to the lobby. That'll
वो
actually
बंदे का
give
नाम गोपगप है?
that squad of GOAT plenty of
What?
room to rotate in towards this next zone as well. I'm talking about teams needing to make a move in towards this next zone. S8UL is one of them, that's for sure. The
Shit,
problem
we
is
are not
they're
in the
looking
zone.
to rotate directly
Chalo.
towards their east. They do have A-ramp right there.
तो fight
Team
करेंगे.
though. They're moving potentially right towards PXX, which is a problem. That's who that's currently being shot by. And now I think you
Get him, he's literally out in the oh nice. ओए क्या कर रहे हो? गोली मत मारो मेरे बंदों को.
have some cover to be able to play around for now, but that cover will move shortly. The good news for them is
Excuse me, Chirag. Oh no, no! Q, you've been silenced.
Don't know what they're going to be able to do, though, to be able to make their way on in. Meanwhile, other squads looking to make their way in, like Titan Esports Club. Oh.
Let's watch
Oh,
our
go.
fight.
Okay. Nice.
Nope.
I mean, guard.
Entry.
How's that team sitting there?
गाली मत देना, गाली मत देना, गाली मत दो.
Can you stop
No,
right in that
Sharky,
corner
no.
of your screen?
No.
Gonna start lighting up like a Christmas tree. That Cole gonna be out.
गाली नहीं देते शार्की.
Goat's still gonna be on the
How's
hunt.
that fucker still? What's this?
Now top 10 scenario.
कौन आंटी? वो actually वो
Inside
fight
the ring.
शुरू होते ही खत्म हो
Trying
गई.
to figure out how they're going to get inside of the ring. They have teams on either side of them. They've got
Inside
Goat to
the
their
ring
right,
ने मारा
Aram to
हमको
their
outside the
left.
ring. Very poetic.
Just not sure if they're going to be able to get away from this one, as Sang's going to be able to help open things up. Pyro Sama, as the Eva 8 whips back out the Hemlock, spraying across. Unfortunately, the reload comes at a bad time, as now Sang, the last one left alive. does have the 9-9 in hand. However, Chisu pushes them and ends up taking them down. Dog Red says, though, I see your third party, and I raise you a third party, because the third party don't stop, and Goat is out of here.
Third party legends.
For Dog Red, a team with only 2 match days. A low point total thus far in the split. Feels like a big match day number 3 for them would be huge.
Yes, कल भी किया था, आज भी करूँगी. 9:30 बजे sharp on my channel with a brand new thumbnail. Yay.
Has that Krabby
मतलब
Patty
कल वाला ही
in hand.
thumbnail, but like कल वाला thumbnail नहीं
Sky
आता.
gonna come out. Let's see if it makes a connection.
Seer ult, seer.
Q hits him. We'll slow him down for now.
Seer ही बोलते हैं.
And this is gonna be ARAM getting pushed here in just a moment by Dog Red, who continue to be on the hunt. Nice job by Yoafta to be able to spray over with the R99, at least slows things down. Oh no, it's our Orchid who come in from the heavens.
सब डाल दो बेचारों पे.
And that's just a whole different wrench
इन
into
लोग ने तो
things.
इनको बटर समझ रखा है अपने ब्रेड पे.
She's gonna be the last one left alive here for
ARAM
ARAM.
को.
Can land a big shot with a
एक
Kraber.
तरफ से
Maybe
ये
can
टीम,
open
दूसरी
things
तरफ
up.
से वो टीम.
Orchid,
अबे
most
ऑर्किड
last
पे
one
भी
left
पुश
alive,
हो
trying to
गया.
play
ओए
behind the
होए
knockdown.
थर्ड पार्टी हो गई
But
ऑर्किड.
Team
कैसा
Orchid
लगा?
gonna be out.
एक जगह डॉग रेड, एक जगह ऑर्किड बीच में ARAM.
And not just that, but Dog Red isolated on that
Within
western
seconds,
side
22
of the
people
zone,
died,
whereas
but that's
the
how this
other
game is.
6 teams, for
That's
the
how
most
this
part,
game
are
is.
all on the eastern and southern side.
Yes,
So
Akash, देखा मैंने.
they may be able to play out of sight and out of mind for now. Havoc trying to do a similar sort of thing here. Of course, you've got the pylon to be able to make sure that you don't get naded out, at least for now. Havoc, a team that within the conversation up at the top of the overall leaderboards when we talk about for the
Jackie
regular
Chan?
season thus far for the split. Only at 8 points thus far today. We had mentioned how RRQ had been gifted his own. They're still
अपने
left
Indian team का
alive
नाम क्या
as
था?
well. Strafing Flame, however,
Control all.
they have to try and get back up to full health, trying to
Retreat.
range themselves for
ऐसा
now.
ना? Control all.
As you can see, those nades continue getting sent up
Shift.
their way.
Control shift.
It mentioned before, Dog Red out here on this western side. Oh no.
Siddhant, you must
Hero
try
might
getting
have
a
got caught
timeout for
overextending
10
just a little
seconds.
bit.
Control defeat. हाँ, defeat तो नहीं
Oh,
होगा
I
यार.
don't know if you're going to be able to get back
Control
up to
all
a full
retreat
3.
होगा.
Gaps maybe can spray a
Defeat
little
को
bit with the
defeat है. Control all
R99
defeat है. Oh.
to at least maybe get enough cover for Fafafif to get back, but even with that, I don't think it's going to be the case. Going to be forced to take the portal to push up with them. They're in the middle of this zone. Final zone closing. Nah, going to be out in 6th. Rendang have been able to
Nah,
make their
इनकी
way
टीम
on
का
in.
नाम. Nah, gonna be out in
Laheen,
6th.
Wide swing here. Big shots, and PXX going to be taken out.
Damn.
Havoc trying to stay alive. We had seen them dead center of this zone
इधर
earlier.
क्या बनाया हुआ
And
है
that
भाई?
pylon
Oh
still doing
fuck.
plenty of work.
इतना सेफ
RRQ,
कॉर्नर बनाया था
Dog
अंदर
Red,
उसमें
Rendang,
एक
Havoc.
एबिलिटी डाल के खत्म कर दिया.
Top 4 left. Who's going to be able to come out on top? It's like Dog Red could be going out here in just a moment, as it does look like Gap's location has been identified. And yeah, there's
Yeah.
RRQ who points it out, and they're going to swing. They're going to make sure they at least lock down top 3.
Rendang, Havoc.
Metro falls.
I think Havoc
Might be
only
able to
should
get
win
back
this,
to their
right?
feet. Havoc still continuing to be out of sight, out of
Yeah,
mind. Alter TV
exactly.
though. TV
They're
though.
pretty fucked.
And
They're
this
pretty
could be where they
safe.
get a chance to play aggressive.
They have
The
everything.
nades come out, and Zoyo does have that car to make a play. Got 3 still left alive. The problem though, the zone starts to push on in.
ये इधर से डाल के उनको एग्जिट भी करा सकता
Simply
है.
just
ये
gonna wait
देखो.
for this fight outside to wrap up. Can RRQ at least solidify a second place? I believe this is a 2v1. Now a 1v1.
Damn,
Pricey
bro.
left alive. Havoc look to play clean
Bro,
up.
no,
And
Havoc,
here they
what?
come
Havoc?
on in. They are the
You guys had this
custodians of
game in the
lobby.
back, bro.
As it's now a 3v1.
Reload your shit,
The
dude.
Sparrow trying to play around up the triple take. No,
Oh.
hold on.
Oh,
Havoc,
that was scary.
Absolutely insane. The 1v3 to clutch it out.
Oh,
There
that
is
was
no
so scary,
way,
bro.
No how. Absolutely built
ये लोग
different.
जीतने
Ice in
चाहिए
the
थे और
veins.
फिर आके उधर
And we
दो
had
knock हो
mentioned
गया. I was
for
like, what the
Havoc,
heck is happening? And then this guy was
still very much
like
in
full
the
shield, but like
conversation up in the
25
top 9.
HP, 25% HP.
And a big Dabaruski.
I was like, what
Here
the
in
heck
map
is he
number
losing this?
2.
But then no, they didn't. They did it.
6 KP to go along with
That was
it.
so
18
scary.
points for the win. Should
Are we
put
still
them
at
in a
the top, though?
relatively strong
I
spot
think
on
we're
the
still second
leaderboards.
though.
Moving forward as well. Also, gotta give a big shout out to the Sparrow pick. Don't see too much of
ये
that
बिजली की
these
तार
days.
क्या करता है? It's like
At least not this early. I know we've been seeing some players going for it, but
how do I explain it in
definitely
value
a
terms?
team
It's
that
like a
obviously
cipher trap,
using the
but like
Alter
10
to the
times more
fullest of their
powerful.
abilities before Alter gets banned, or at least we'll have to check
उसमें
that here in a
enemies
moment,
आएंगे
I'm
तो वो
assuming that, but
अटक जाएंगे और
definitely
डैमेज
going with
खाएंगे.
a
How many
very
points did we
unique sort of
score?
composition off
अभी
of that,
देखेंगे ना.
right? I would say
इधर आएगा ना
I
अभी.
don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
think
wrong.
we had
It's
like
kind of
3
reminiscent of
kills.
back when Blackhand was using, you know,
S8UL,
Watson
5
musical
kills,
pylon
5
to be
kills.
able
We
to,
had
like, kinda
5
lock
kills
down
and
while
1
you're trying
placement
to
point,
play
so we got
aggressive
6 points.
otherwise.
So we already
Oh,
had what,
kinda like
like
the call. Havoc, though,
15
18
points
with
from the
first
last
place.
game,
Rendang
so
in
that's
second.
21 points
RRQ
total,
is
right?
going to get a third place game, so still within the top 3 after getting a zone. So 2 top 3s for RRQ, Dogred and
21.
PXX, rounding out
Hi,
the
Mr.
top
Pigeon.
5. Spot as far as for now. We'll take a look here real quick. As far as our top kills.
S8UL Sharky,
in the
top
lobby,
5 in
Metro and
kills.
Pricey sitting up at the top still. Pricey getting a little bit closer there. Sharky, OO, and Hinson. Rounding
Hello,
out our
thank you
top
for tea
5 as
breakfast
far as
key
our
or like
KP
Navan and me
getters.
direct lunch.
Go ahead and take
Well,
a quick
I've had
look on over
Bonvita.
as far as our damage here.
Bonvita
Metro,
पिया है मैंने.
Pricey, Jackie Chan, OO. One of our players from our winner, Guzzi, rounding out our top 5. There's crazy to see Metro already creeping up towards that 5K mark. I feel like generally we see our top damage in a set usually right around the 10K mark. Already there after, already about halfway there through 2 games. RRQ has been on quite the tear. Granted, they were just gifted a zone and they had to fight their way towards the other one. So we'll have to see if maybe that continues working.
10 का average maintain हो गया. आप तो cricket खेलने लग गए.
Let's take a look at who's going to be off the board this time around.
Mad Maggie,
I gotta be
bye.
A little shocked,
Bye.
quite shocked, but not overly shocked. It felt like we've been seeing Maggie becoming more and more popular of a
Bye.
pick. Maggie going to be off the board here for map number 2.
Crypto
As we
and
get
Mad
ready to go
Maggie
back
gone.
to E District one more time. However, if I had to guess, that probably means we will be seeing Alter taken off the board in game number 3.
अरे हाँ बेचारा ये देखो
If
guys
not,
पीछे.
maybe we see, like, I'm trying to remember what region that, but we've seen it in a couple regions where Alter has ended up kind of making their way all the way until map number 6. I guess we'll have to keep an eye and see if that ends up being the case here today. But yeah, no Alter, or sorry, no Crypto, no Maggie. As far as for map number 3.
वो लाओ ना. Need dosa.
As far as for our first 2 maps, though, you can see RQ big game win for map number 1. Kind of a tale of 2 different stories. Havoc, decent win, 6
हाँ ऐसा
kills.
बस.
As far as
नहीं,
for
पूरा
match
नहीं.
number 2. I know
वो
Stony
gap
always
वाला.
loves to see the
थोड़ा
potential
और gap.
of a story for 6 match winners over the course of the day. That storyline is still technically
बस.
available here. We are getting
ठीक
ready
है ना
for
अभी?
one last run back here on E District. Maybe let's go ahead and take a quick look as far as our overall lobby scores.
Look at
As
this.
we do get ready for match number 3. It is going to be Team RRQ sitting at the top, 45 points. Due to the fact that the
हम
rest
fourth
of
है.
kind of the top 7, 8 or so. Yeah, you
हम
see how I
fourth
avoided
है.
that one thing?
21
Have the
points.
top like 7, 8 or so
But look at
have
this
kind
guy.
of been different within the last couple of games. That means behind them, really thick, right? I mean, from 2nd to 10th, 13-point difference. You can be up within the mix even with a decent top 5 game with a couple of good KP. So, still definitely anyone's
आज के लीडर बोर्ड में है, ये आज का लीडर बोर्ड है. ओवरऑल मतलब आज के अब तक जो मैचेस हुए 2 गेम.
RRQ though, I gotta say, as a strafing flame fan myself, seem to have really come alive here in their 4th match day. I had talked about them very briefly at the start of the day. They felt like they needed to make sure they followed up a decent finish last week. I think they finished 4th last week. Feels like they got to kind of duplicate that success here today. Currently sitting in 1st and by a pretty good chunk as well. We're going to be heading off to E District again.
Tricky
here in
2.0.
30 seconds or so, chat.
समझी नहीं.
Let me know who you guys
Our
want to see.
position आज हम लोग 4th है फिलहाल 2 games के बाद हम 4th है.
Final iteration of E District.
अभी तीसरा game होगा E District.
If you could.
फिर 3 Olympus ये.
For teams
I love Olympus.
Maybe feel more comfortable on E District. We also mentioned when we did look at the
My
drop
favorite
spots
map.
going into map number 1. It felt like
To
a
play
decent amount
Mirage.
of the teams prioritized their POI draft here
PUBG
on
का क्या
E
सीन शाम को
District.
9:30 बजे. शाम
So that's
को
the case. You want to
9:30
make sure that
बजे
you can really
वापस आ
hammer
जाना
things home. I
same
think
channel
especially when
पे
you look
for a PUBG
towards the
PC
top of our
watch party.
leaderboards right now. I mean, RRQ, GOAT, both prioritizing this map. Technically, Havoc didn't, but they were like the 10 pick. So when you're right
Who
in
is
the middle,
Voltu's
it's kind of hard
favorite?
to
Na
prioritize
na.
a map pick one way or the other, if we're being perfectly honest.
आज group games है? No.
S8UL prioritizing, as well as I think I saw Dog Red. Yeah, so
हमारा टीम आज 2 मैप के बाद अभी 4th चल रहे हैं हम लोग 4th चौथा.
We'll see if they can finish things.
Please give some luck to PUBG boys. Yes, शाम को. Do you like MOBA games?
Again,
I do like them.
For map
yes.
number 3, no Maggie after map
But phone में नहीं खेलती guys. मैंने phone में खेलना quit कर दिया है.
No crypto. Let's go ahead and take a look at our legends.
We have an altar.
Map number 3.
Newcastle.
Start seeing more of the Gibbies coming out now that the Maggie is off of the board. That bubble gives you a lot of protection. And chat.
Altar Newcastle Watson.
You know, I know that I had said after game number 2, there is a chance that we are going to be seeing altar
yes,
off
आज
the
better
board.
होगा PUBG PC के लिए. कल तो हमारा research day था,
After game
समझ रहे
number
हो?
3, I don't think that's going to be the case. Question is what's going to be taken off the board? I would have thought, if anything, if Valkyrie was going to be taken off the board here
ये
today, I
लाने
would have
online.
figured maybe
Online
more
है
so on
ये
Olympus.
Sprite.
I don't know. It is definitely going to be close. And interesting to think that we could be very well going over to Olympus with no, is there a chance of no Gibby? I don't know, there might be. DCG, we had mentioned them on the day, a team that, while technically outside the top 20, they are one of our 10 teams in this lobby that have only had 2 match days. So they're in a pretty good spot as far as for now.
ज़्यादा research कर लिया कल हमने. Research is important, guys.
They did go out
Science
kind of early,
ऐसे ही
actually, now
आगे
that I think
बढ़ता
about
है.
it, in that last game. Still have a chance to be able to into a decent place as far as for now. Zone for now. This is going to mean that they will be a little bit later to the party when it comes to moving towards that Blossom Drive, Neon Square area.
I'm back, guys. I'm back. Live
Team
पे
Orchid
click करो.
has had a relatively quiet day today. We mentioned they did have a big match
Live
day
पे
last
click
time
करो.
out.
Live पे click करो. I'm back,
It's
buddies.
currently sitting sort of middle of the pack. So
I think सिर्फ इंडिया
like
के
you're out
सर्वर
of
का
it
इशू
by
है
any
गाइस,
stretch of the
क्योंकि
means.
एपेक्स वालों का कोई सीन नहीं हुआ. जेस्को की स्ट्रीम तो बंद नहीं हुई थी.
But for Team Orchid, they are a
I
team
think
that would
सिर्फ
like
इंडियन
to be able
सर्वर
to
का
carry
इशू
over
है
that
कोई वाईटी
momentum.
का.
Rendang, as you can see on the
चलो
north, or sorry,
लाइव पे
southeastern
क्लिक करो
side of the
गाइस.
zone.
चैट
Due to
में
the
बता
fact
दो
that they
दूसरों
did
को
land all
लाइव
the
पे
way out
क्लिक करें.
towards stadium, they'll be one of the later comers to the party, even though they are trying to rotate quickly. Does look like Havoc has already been able to make their way on over as well. Found themselves a pretty good spot here on Blossom Drive. Problem is,
refresh guys and click on live.
Building, right? Especially as we do know we have a couple of Valkyries in the lobby. Means not only do you have to worry
I thought
about
मैंने कहा no
anybody
YT server
potentially
भाई
bursting through the doors
YT
from the bottom.
server. Damn,
And
we
they
in
make
a
play for height.
zone.
See on your screen, does look like full pull over towards that western side. So again, teams like
यार
Team
vlogs नहीं बनाते
Orchid,
क्योंकि
Dog Red,
मैं
Titan Esports Club, who are
कुछ कर ही नहीं रही हूँ.
reading this a little bit more towards the
कहीं
City Hall
गई
area. They'll
नहीं
get a
हूँ.
little dose of bad news here soon. We'll still be okay as far as for now. It is interesting to see Team RRQ
ये कौन है? Unknown
who
Dash.
prioritize rotating early in game number 1 to a zone. that was in that northwestern side. This time around, they're counter-rotating. It looks like they're trying to chase down someone.
Hello,
Chase
Rohan.
down
Good
a squad
morning.
up towards that Electro Dam area. I think that's where QWQ trying to find somewhere to be able to get their teammates.
उनको पहले गेम में अंकुश 32 पॉइंट्स मिले थे, 20 किल्स निकाले थे और 12 विनिंग पॉइंट्स.
No, yeah they do. Metro has been able to point out where Rose is
बाहर
out.
जाओगी व्योम तो करूँगी. अभी प्लान तो है गेमिंग हाउस जाने का, तो गेमिंग हाउस जाओगी तो व्लॉग करूँगी. बट मैं 2-3 महीने से कहीं गई नहीं हूँ, तो कैसे करूँ व्लॉग?
Every one of them hitting. And now just sending the attack dogs on the hunt. QWQ will be our second squad sent back to the lobby.
Hi Black, अभी थर्ड मैप चल रहा है. अभी थर्ड ही चल रहा है मैप. 6 खेलने हैं आज.
A couple of KP are here early.
We're fourth right now today के standings
they
में.
are all the way up at the Lotus.
कोई ना रियाद लोग
They are
सुन रहे
now
हो
gonna be one of
please.
the last
Yes.
ones to rotate on in, so that's going to be tough finding real estate, especially as this thing continues pulling towards Blossom Drive, and looks like we got at least a good 2/3 of our lobby already over here.
यार मुझे वापस से एक बंदा चाहिए फुल टाइम जो मेरे चैनल का खुद ही मतलब स्ट्रीम्स में से क्लिप्स निकाले, अपलोड करे, सब करे, क्योंकि मेरे पास अभी हो नहीं रहा है ऐसा कुछ. समझ रहे हो? इतनी वॉच पार्टी कर रही हूँ, क्लिप्स 0, शॉर्ट्स 0, वीडियोस 0.
And I'm not sure if they
I want somebody
realize
who can.
we have 2 other teams in the draft
रॉकी
point
को भी
area.
कितने सारे वीडियो भेजे थे मैंने. अब तो मेरा व्हाट्सएप का
One
वो
of them
डेटा भी
being
डिलीट हो गया है.
BCG.
तो मैं
Meanwhile,
ऊपर
we
स्क्रॉल करके उसको पूछ भी नहीं
back
सकती
on
ये क्यों नहीं
board
बना,
over
वो
here.
क्यों
It
नहीं
does
बना.
look like Veneno
वो भी
trying to
बिजी है अभी
hold a
दूसरे
squad
काम
off
में.
with the bombardment.
मैंने उसको कितने सारे वीडियोस के हाईलाइट भेजे थे जब हम
Does look
लोग
like they are going to be successful in that regard.
5v5
Look
और
like
ये
the
सब
team was pushing for
कस्टम्स
their
खेल रहे
bottom
थे. मैं
floor.
खेल रही थी ये गोलो इन लोग सब ई स्पोर्ट्स वालों के साथ.
Ended
तब
up not
चीट्स
being
ऑन
able
करके
to,
क्या क्या मस्ती की थी
make
स्ट्रीम
their
पे,
way
ये
on
सब
in.
किया था. वो सब का भी वीडियो बोला था, सब बोला था, बट बना
So
नहीं.
is currently going to have to play it as a duo. They don't even have their banner, not quite
चलेंगे
yet.
वो सब मैसेजेस ऊपर. I
Still
can do
time to
that
be able
for
to do
you.
so. I'm not sure though because there are 2
Ow.
other teams in the area.
I don't need
And one of
somebody
them
to
looking to
just
play
clip from
aggressive
chat.
here is
Like I want them to
Bastion.
like make the
Quickly
shots and upload
pushes
them.
right on in, and Rendang gonna take Goat and send them back to the
पहले
line.
फुल टाइम था मेरे साथ, वो तब करता था, बट अभी he's not full time. He's doing other work
Where
also.
Goat is
now.
at.
He does not have
Another
time.
squad that was in the
I don't
area.
have any other editor.
BCG has already rotated out and moved towards Street Market. So now at this point, Rendang can enjoy the spoils of their fight. It should be pretty comfortable, at least rotating in towards this second zone, moving towards Neon Square. Most of the teams have already rotated from Neon Square into Blossom Drive itself, so they will have quite a bit of space here. But they, in a similar way to like we were talking about with RRQ as well as Dog Red being late to the party,
Editing सीखता हूँ.
it's going to be tough finding a good spot to really be able to set up
मैं
that
कर
once
दूँ,
they
लेकिन
do
अभी
make
2
their
महीने
way
नहीं कर.
in
हाँ तो
towards this
देखो ना, 2 महीने तुम भी तो बिजी हो. सेम है, मैंने मतलब दूसरे एडिटर्स भी
Teams
ट्राई
are
किए, बट देन लाइक इज द सेम थिंग
on the
के
side.
आज बिजी हूँ, कल करता हूँ, कल करता हूँ,
Yeah,
परसों
people of
करता
the
हूँ,
likes of
तरसों करता हूँ.
PXX
मेरे को पसंद नहीं ऐसा
and Team Orchid who are all in the area.
कि डिले होते रहे.
Team Ubi, we
Medical
mentioned
microbiology
earlier, sitting in a
aims.
pretty good spot
करो,
thus
करो.
far on the split. They've been
मारो शार्की
consistently
इसको, मारो.
consistent, and
करो 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 करो.
well, really, when we talk about today, it's been no different. Nice overhead look here as far as on E District Blossom Drive. Big shout out to our production team working in the background, giving us the views and vibes.
हाँ निक हो सकता है.
S8UL.
स्ट्रीम थोड़ा सा. yes.
They do have that Newcastle and Watson combo to help lock down buildings. We'll also still have the availability of that altar, and as we were mentioning earlier,
पहले तुम लोग को स्ट्रीम क्लियर लग रही थी, मेरा कैम ब्लर लग रहा
I
था.
don't
फिर
know
जैसे ही
if
मैंने
Altar's gonna be
पर्दा
banned.
खोला, अब
So
तुमको
there's a
मेरा
chance
कैम
that
हाई
this
क्वालिटी लग रहा है और स्ट्रीम ब्लर लग रही है.
composition
नहीं, स्ट्रीम तो थोड़ा सा है ही. yes.
for
Because I'm
S8UL
watching
could be
somebody else's
available for a little
stream,
while.
right?
Depends on the Watson. I don't know if there's enough of the Watson either. I don't think Watson's at risk, so Me personally, I've always kind of been a fan of the Newcastle Watson combo. Even
जिसके ने मारा, हाँ किल नहीं मिला लेकिन डैमेज दे रहा है, डैमेज
Squad from in the region back in the day.
डैमेज सबको दे रहा है उधर से बैठे बैठे.
Allows you to obviously one hunker down with extra.
हाँ यार राव, पता नहीं सारे एडिटर्स कैसे पढ़ रहे हैं अब तक. इतने साल से पढ़ रहे हैं एडिटर्स. इतने सालों से सारे एडिटर पढ़ाई किए जा रहे हैं.
Newcastle wall, you got the Moby wall. Obviously, you have the ability to use the Watson fences to play.
आयन मैं खुद बैठ के एडिट कर सकती हूँ.
ECG gonna be out.
बट उसमें कितना टाइम लगेगा? मैं अपनी खुद की पूरी स्ट्रीम वापस देखूँ, क्लिप्स निकालूँ, एडिट करूँ.
Technically, just inside the bubble when we
That would
talk
take
about our
an insane amount of time.
Quiet day today, and if they continue at this pace, they could be in a whole heck of a lot of trouble. RRQ, we had mentioned they would be late to the party moving into Blossom Drive.
नहीं करना. I want to focus on this thing, and then I want like the other managerial part of my
taken the bottom of this floor. Not sure how safe it's going to be. There's the Newcastle wall to be able to play around. Meanwhile, Team Orchid find themselves in a tough spot. Mosu, the last one left alive.
Damn,
as it is
Orchid.
Team Ubi that pushes right on in to clean things up, and you can see on your screen right now, X-Bolts is your kill leader. I had mentioned Team Ubi being consistently consistent. Today has been no different. Currently sitting in 6th, and they got themselves a good spot for endgame as long as they can hold it.
मैं पहले बना दी थी, खुद के शॉट्स खुद ही बना दी थी. मैं तो फोन से बना दी थी पहले.
That would be late to the party as
अभी
well.
तो फिर भी मैंने सीखा है थोड़ा पीसी में कैसे करते हैं.
They've now been able to make their way in towards a building.
But obviously मेरे edits are very simple. मतलब मैं सिर्फ clip करके डालती हूँ. वो sound effects और ये सब एक्सेट्रा जो सब effects रहते हैं वो सब मुझे नहीं आते. ना मेरे पास editors का वो set data है. Just मतलब like they have these things, right? Okay, this is my sound effect collection. This is my this collection, that collection. I don't have that stuff.
In Neon Square,
I can put like basic stuff with just like clipped and uploaded.
And you also got TYK who are closing in on the buildings that both Inside the Ring and DCG are currently in. And it does look like this thing going to be pulling towards RRQ.
Bejo Gaurav, Bejo, मैंने तो कभी मना ही नहीं किया है.
In the middle of this one. Can't say that I'm surprised.
व्लॉग मैं अपने खुद के एडिट करती हूँ. Yes. Although 2 महीने से व्लॉग भी नहीं हुए क्योंकि मैं कुछ कर ही नहीं रही हूँ. Hey guys, रूट केला करवाने जा रही हूँ.
Excellent position.
और रूट केला के बाद बात नहीं कर सकते.
Meanwhile, you got squads like PXX who are still technically in the ring, but just on the edge of it. But they are currently taking a fight. And Jackie Chan gonna be the last one left alive. As it is Rendang that is on the other side. Hold on a second though. It looks like a third party might be coming into the mix.
करती हूँ. अभी जा रही हूँ मैं गेमिंग हाउस. व्लॉग करती हूँ.
Could potentially make things interesting. Titan Esports Club, has pulled on back and
व्लॉग
is
एडिट
trying to
करने आते
reset on
मुझे.
their own.
उसमें कुछ नहीं मीम कुछ नहीं डालती मैं. मेरे व्लॉग्स are very calm, cute.
While they are killable, and Jackie Chan is going to be able to push right on through and do just that.
Jackie Chan se mar gaye. Damn, bro.
Now going to be able to use these Watson fences as well as a little bit of extra defense. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Blossom Drive, it's Team Ubi as Easy Flash going to be able to push out and clean things up. TYK going to be taken out.
ये क्या था? ये क्या बना रखा है इन लोग ने अपना खुद का ये शॉपिंग मॉल?
Ubi is at a very strong spot. But they do have some
शॉपिंग मॉल बना रखा है लोग ने इधर. देखा तुम लोग ने? इतने सारे शील्ड्स, बैट्स सब.
The fact that this building can be accessed from both the top floor and the bottom floor. You're going to have to make sure that your
माइक्रोबायोलॉजी कर रहे हैं.
are on
कहाँ बैठ के मेरे शॉट्स बनाओगे रोज?
Rendang out here on this eastern
वो
side
है
of the
सुजाता,
zone.
वो है.
They do have inside the
उसके
ring
बाद
kind
के
of
काम
spread
के लिए
out on
एडिटर चाहिए
top of
मुझे.
them.
एक्सक्लेमेशन क्लिप तो मेरे पास भी है. करो एक्सक्लेमेशन क्लिप. चले जाएगा डिस्कॉर्ड पे. मत करो. बहुत सारे क्लिप्स चल जाएंगे डिस्कॉर्ड पे. सब लोग साथ में टाइप करोगे तो.
Trying to play out of sight, out of mind. Last one left alive.
Enemy spotted.
Unfortunate that there's no real good nook or cranny to really tuck on into, though. Wolves currently sitting in 9th with just 11 points.
उसके बाद की
They went
चीज
out
के लिए
relatively
चाहिए.
early in map number 2.
How much does loot matter in this game? I mean, you need guns.
I think they've spotted DCG
For
trying
sure.
to rotate in.
How will you shoot otherwise? Shield to upgrade ho jati hai.
I don't think you want to overextend. You don't want to give away your positioning inside this building.
इसमें वेस्ट और ये सब लूट नहीं करना होता है, गन मेन है
down here within the water,
और
also
shield
as a
cells.
solo.
The mark's over here.
I think must have just been brought in late recently, right? Only sitting with the one Mozambique.
Enemy right there.
Been mentioned for DCG.
Thanks,
Team
Niti.
outside the top 20 wanting to put themselves within the mix. There's definitely a good spot here as we're heading down the home stretch of game number 3. Here's Dog Red though. Knock, knock. Trying to enter at that door.
Damn.
But Team Ubi says no, not today. We don't need no solicitors. And now it's inside the ring. Sang pushes through the bubble. R99 in hand, trying to pull off the 1v3. But Rendang gonna be able to clean things up, and Rendang having a pretty darn good game. Here in our last iteration of E-District, they've got the high ground as well. They will need to move from this position eventually.
ठीक है. Better अभी
Gotta figure
नीचे
out
कर
where
दिया
they're going to
थोड़ा.
be able to take some space. The good news is Lahim does have the ability to take to the sky and collect all the recon that they need. They know they've got a couple of
हमारे
teams
ऊपर
in this
मत आओ भाई.
building in front of them, however. The
Oh,
XX has
बड़ी
been able
जगह
to
land
put
हो गई
themselves back up to a trio, but I don't know how long they're going to be up on their feet as a full 3. 174 trying to get shifty with it. But eventually gets taken down. Rendang and PXX both out. Top 10. Here now in game number 3 is
यहाँ पे और
round
कोई info
number
नहीं है जिधर
5
मेरा face cam
continues
है.
to close at
Bottom right
Blossom
is not a
Drive.
good spot. उधर guns है. You should see कौन क्या चला रहे. देखो इसके पास infinite ammo amp है.
In yet another late game scenario. Will be Wolves that'll look over the little peak way here to try and continue taking out Havoc as Havoc will be eliminated. It's really hard to call who has the best spot here. It feels like Ubi in their building on that most northern side, probably in the best spot because they're the only one who's not sharing real estate.
जिंदा है अपनी team जिंदा है guys.
DCG in a tough
We're
spot.
chilling somewhere, bro. We're not a part of any fight. Like, where are we? We're just chilling somewhere.
Down. They have 2 teams on top of them.
We're on holiday.
And their
somewhere.
push on out is going
Yes, I
to
went
be
to Rajasthan and
dangerous.
Gujarat.
Again, I think when you look at the positioning of these last 6 teams,
We are alive. We मर गए.
give
हाँ,
credit
क्योंकि
to
हम
where
kill
credit's
feed में
due.
हम
The only
participate ही
team
नहीं कर रहे. ये देखो
doesn't
हम.
have to split a house.
We exist.
Team Ubi
We're
on that
somewhere
most
safe.
northern side.
Oh,
S8UL and RRQ are sharing the building that we're currently sitting in on.
हम और RRQ same building share कर रहे हैं.
They could very well have DCG looking to try and enter into the bottom floor here as well.
What are these gas cans? ये caustic की ability है. And that's what they are, gas cans. उनके पास जाएंगे, enemy shoot करेंगे, उसको से gas
Getting ready to close on in.
Damage पड़ेगा enemies को.
I didn't even notice that ARAM had gotten back to a full 3. They do have high ground, so they do kind of get free pickings on the first rotates. The problem though is when they eventually drop, can't drop floor by floor.
उनको सामने वाले
Give
building
that
से आना
slight
है.
stun that could put you in a dangerous position unless maybe they have the Valk ult available to them. They do have the ult of the caustic, the stinky gas to potentially send out. With a defensive bombardment now going to hit them here, causing them to need to reset. DCG
लड़ो तब तक
left
अपने
alive, a
बंदे
little
rotate
Sam.
करो.
The last one left alive will be taken out here by RRQ. Question is, can RRQ get themselves reset as this lobby continues to close, taking to the sky as
तुम लोग नीचे
ARAM.
लड़ो, मैं आता हूँ.
We'll see how that plays out for them. Wolves left as a 2, and it might be just Crazy Kong here in a second. Crazy Kong also takes up to the sky.
S8UL, we
RRQ
got
gonna be out in the fifth
RRQ,
position.
nice.
Fourth gonna belong to Wolves.
We eliminated
ARAM gonna be
RRQ.
out in third. And as I mentioned
Us
earlier,
versus
it felt
Ubi.
like Team Ubi in a
Can
winning
we see us?
position. They're left as a full 3.
Oh my God, one down.
However goes down, and maybe there's a chance for S8UL to turn
No.
things around. But no, Team Ubi will not be denied. Consistently
No.
consistent.
Second
Nah,
eye.
they're one of the best when it comes to the best of APAC
सेकंड
South.
लाइक कोई बात नहीं वापस से फाइट देखेंगे अभी अपने पीओवी से आई हैव नो शेम
No.
आई हैव नो
Occasionally, that might be
शेम
better to say. So
लास्ट फाइट देखने दो मुझे
I'm not.
yeah, guys, I got it.
आरआर की तो
Walking
हमने
inside,
एलिमिनेट
just
की पूरी
He slammed.
Cracked
Kill
him,
the
cracked
guys,
him.
one.
You have them?
Our wall's gone, our
He's
wall's
very-
gone.
Yeah, I'm stemming.
या या
Kiwi's close.
Kiwi dead.
Back
Okay,
side.
alright.
In front of us.
Game fences.
3 squads. Last thing.
In the bubble, 4-3.
Fucking nades.
I'm stuck. I can't move.
Kiwi's cracked.
I got nades down.
Kiwi's still on. Nice.
वन डाउन वो देखो सिर्फ जेस्को की एचपी थी
Oh, I just got
Empty.
stuck, man. Are you serious?
That ground was a good thing.
Holy fuck.
This game is fucking terrible. Oh my god.
There's no way there's only fucking 6 squads, bro.
This
मेन स्ट्रीम जाते हैं गाइस
Five. But the real question is, I didn't see a lot of
मेन स्ट्रीम
Alter
जाते हैं गाइस
out there in the server. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at our top kills and damage, though, before we get to that. Oh,
मेन
getting a little
स्ट्रीम
ahead of
कितनी
myself.
प्यार
My
से
bad, chat.
चल रही है इधर
Still a lot
ये
of our
देखते हैं
same
guys.
people at the top. Metro and Pricey tied for 14 KP apiece. 20 kills
क्या
between
fuck
the
all
two
game है
teams.
चलो एक और राउंड
Crazy to think about. X-Bolts, Sharky, and Lahim rounding out that top 10.
oh my god
I guess the quickest that we have seen were our top 5 in kills. Could very well all be over that 10 mark. Very well.
क्या
after
बकवास
game
game है
number 4.
एक और
We
बार
look at our
खेलूंगा
top 5 in damage. Metro, Splash Kids, Pricey, Jesco, and Jackie Chan. Metro having a heck of a day though.
See you, very Sharma.
500 damage. Well, what was it again? 18 kills, I believe it was. Talk
Oh
about
my
crazy
God.
for that young prodigy. That young man right there, playing out of his mind when RRQ needs it the most. I had mentioned we didn't see very many Alters. Alter went from second most
जिब्बी
picked
एंड वैल्क
to
दोनों
fourth
सेम
most
पिक है
picked.
60%
And no
60% विनिंग
Gibby.
टीम में कौन थी
as we
गिबी गिबी
pivot
जिब्राल्टर
off
गिब्राल्टर थोड़ी होता है
to,
जिब्राल्टर होता है ना लेकिन गिबी बोलते हैं
I think it's going to be Gibby. Anyways, we'll have to wait and see. But I do believe that will be Gibby that will be taken off the board.
Yeah, we came
Get
second,
ready to
Shashank.
move into map number 4.
चलो नो
Crazy to think
क्रिप्टो
about.
नो मैड मैगी नो गिबी
Alter's still going to be
आई
around.
कॉल हिम जिबी वर्ल्ड में
We'll
सारी
have to
गेम्स
see
यही
what
बोलते हैं
these,
यार क्या फक ऑल गेम है एक
these
और
get together.
खेलेगा
Actually, I'm going to have to make a
दुनिया
pick
का
on
सबसे
that. Looks
टट्टी
like
game है
actually
ये।
being called officially because it was a tie
वापस
between
क्यों
the
कर?
two. It looks like getting
हाउ मेनी
word that
मैचेस
Gibby
लेफ्ट 3
Valkyrie
मैप्स और बाकी अभी
off
ओलंपस
the board
3 गेम
officially, not Gibby. So that is
ओवरऑल
my
क्या हो
bad
गया
on
हम लोग
that.
आई थिंक वो लाइक
So
think we
will be
should be
no
like
Alter,
third,
no
maybe?
Crypto,
Yup,
No.
we are third, bro. I am like
Valkyrie moving
quick
forward.
maths.
When we look at the
You
overall
abacus किया मैंने अपने
standings,
दिमाग
Team
में.
RRQ
Here
still
we
sitting
are.
at the top with
Third.
54 points.
Insane.
Selimbu moving
Too
up into
good.
that second spot with that 30-point game with 43. S8UL, Rendang, and Havoc rounding
I'm
out
so smart.
your top 5. I think the big thing right now that stands out to me, we had talked about for BCG if they wanted to keep themselves in the hunt, keep themselves in the bubble moving down the home
Breakfast is
stretch of
here?
split number 1, currently sitting on 0 points as they do move over towards Olympus. Again, we did see them have a very strong second half
Okay,
of
girl.
the day earlier in the split. That was day number 1 though. To see if maybe they can use that confidence to carry on over, but we are going to have a little bit of a break here in between games 3 and 4 to set the stage for Olympus. But on the other side of that, we'll go over on our POI drafts. We'll also kind of set the stage for our games 4, 5, and 6. We appreciate you tuning in with us over here on Battlegrounds, at Twitch, over on YouTube as well. Appreciate all the watch parties that I've been seeing out there. If it's your first time through, you haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button down below, turn those notifications on. We'll be
Neil
back on
dosa
the
खाता
other
है
side of this break for game number 4.
And what
Don't
position
go
do we have
nowhere.
to finish?
We'll be right back.
Mission. Mission. कुछ नहीं बोलूँगी मैं. चलो 5 minutes है. हम ओवरऑल पॉइंट टेबल में तो टॉप में ही थे, एक टीम के साथ पॉइंट शेयर कर रहे थे. आई थिंक वी माइट बी हेडिंग स्टिल टू द टॉप ओनली. क्या बना आंटी ने? बना नहीं, लेके आई नीर डोसा. देख उसके बट पे शूट किया उसने. इज देयर अ लॉन्ग ब्रेक बिटवीन गेम्स ना? ये जो 5 मिनट है यही इनका लॉन्ग ब्रेक है गाइस. एपेक्स वाले इतना ब्रेक नहीं लेता है. एपेक्स पीपल डू नॉट हैव लॉन्ग ब्रेक्स बिटवीन देयर गेम्स. इनको टाइम पास पसंद नहीं. आज के स्टैंडिंग्स में 3 गेम्स के बाद हम लोग थर्ड है. अब 3 गेम और बाकी है. 3 ही मिनट बचा है काउंटर के, टाइमर के. दीज पीपल डोंट टेक ब्रेक्स फालतू के. लेकिन अभी ऐसा नहीं कि 15 मिनट जाएंगे, चिल करेंगे, आएंगे. नो, 5 मिनट है. जाओ बाथरूम जाके आओ. एपेक्स में हमारा जो सवाना ब्रेक लेना चाहिए. अभी क्यू ने टेक पॉज लिया था ना 2 मिनट का. दैट वाज द मैक्स ब्रेक आई थिंक आई हैव सीन इन ऑल दीज गेम्स. मुझे लगा पहले गेम में कास्टर थोड़ा नींद में है. नो, टर्न्स आउट ही हैड टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टीज. सिर्फ मैं ही नींद में थी. भाई पिज़्ज़ा दिस भाई पिज़्ज़ा दिस अर्ली. ब्रेकफास्ट इंपॉर्टेंट होता है यार. सुबह सुबह पिज़्ज़ा खाओगे तो दिन अच्छा जाएगा. या नीर डोसा, such a good breakfast item, man. Who invented this? ये बॉम्बार्डिंग कौन सी एबिलिटी है? ये गिब्राल्टर की अल्ट है जो अभी बैन हो चुका है, तो अभी वापस दिखेगा नहीं तुमको आज. Who invented this, bro? Goat. Can be eaten just like a dosa with just chutney. Can be used like roti to eat with like chicken or something gravy. Feels light but is filling. Goat bhai. I do yap a lot, Ocean. At what posy are we right now? अभी हम लोग आज के गेम्स में थर्ड है. आज के दिन में हम थर्ड है. वॉफल एंड कॉफी इज बेटर. क्या बे इंग्लिश देखा है वो मीम तुम्हारे लिए? वॉफल एंड कॉफी इज बेटर. अबे नीर डोसा पियो, खाओ, दूध पियो, खुश रहो. तो जस्ट गिविंग ड्रॉप्स फॉर द स्ट्रीम. ये तो वाईटी पे हो रहा है. Nick, लेकिन नीर डोसा just hits different, dude. Too good. Hello Q, welcome back.
Action for some ALGS at Battlegrounds HQ, getting ready to load into map number 4 for day number 5. It's groups A versus C. We've already seen our first 3 games over on E District. Let's go ahead and take a look at where our teams are going to be dropping into as we do get ready to move to not Storm Point. I wish it was Olympus, though, is a pretty fun map as well. And I honestly think that Olympus is going to be interesting. I feel like we have seen more and more teams across all of the regions continuing to play more, a little bit more disciplined on Olympus. But I think also to come time because of the nature of the beast, because there's not nearly as much real estate to be had as opposed to, say, E District for end games. The pace is a little bit different. So we'll see a little bit of a unique sort of pace of the lobby compared to that last one. We'll be interested to see how often we're going to be up to that top right. I'll be interested to see how many of those teams up in the top right-hand corner of our screen
rebuild इसमें alt ना charge होता है. एक बार 100% हो गया ना फिर तुम कर सकते हो alt use. और इसमें ultimate accelerant भी होता है कि अगर तुम्हारा alt 40% पे है तो तुम ultimate accelerant लगा के उसको ऐसा boost कर सकते हो 100 तक.
There weren't too many teams that prioritized this as their POI draft. However, when you look at teams who
विवेक मैं तो नहीं जानती चंडीगढ़ में तो
एटलीस्ट Black Hole, Inside the Ring, and BCG, in particular BCG, needing to step up in a big way. Phase Driver, not the best of POIs, but a pretty decent one. There's a reason they got picked third, obviously, right? If there's a chance for BCG to be able to at least put themselves,
आकाश नावी का नाम नावी होगा ना?
Up into that top like 6-7 area.
Shorter waffle is goated. No, it's breakfast. I feel like
right up into that
as dessert or something like raat ko. Mostly I've had waffles at night only, in the middle of the night.
The first half of the day, you'd be feeling quite all right. RRQ will be keeping an eye on as well. Of course, they've had a pretty strong start to the day. They'll be dropping that bottom right-hand corner of their map.
This capital नाम है. Yeah, but they have a color scheme. They have something. ना पे उन लोग ने chalk से लिखा है NH.
Intrigued to see if they opt to go that direction. But one thing that I do think will make Olympus interesting. We had mentioned before how the rate of play sometimes changes a bit on Olympus, right? Because
they have a font. They have a color scheme. They have stuff.
Because of what we've got going on with legend bans and things like that, generally games 4, 5, and 6, these are where we see teams starting to break out more of the defensive compositions. We start seeing more Newcastle, more Caustics. We saw quite a bit of the Gibraltar being brought out in game number 3. It was almost banned there, so we will probably see quite a bit of that here in game number 4 as well. But you know what? Ain't no time to talk about it. It's time to be about it. We had our little break. It's time to get back into the action.
Go.
After a little bit of change in scenery. No more E District. We're off to Olympus for our final 3. And who better to stay on board with to get things started than BCG. Dropping down at Phase Driver.
What up there at Power Grid?
Pretty good game in game number 4 because they're going to need a solid trio of games. So it needs to start here. Feels like probably part of the reason that you picked down here at Phase Driver was the so you have the whip, right? But they are going to have to rotate too far. It looks like this thing could be potentially pulling down towards the bonsai area. And if this does,
hi Ranka, good morning. When did you sleep, buddy?
We're going to have to talk about what the preparations were for RRQ going in today. Not sure what the prayer looked like to RN Jesus, but they most certainly seem to be hooking up RRQ with some circles. I'll tell you
Yesterday, what do you mean? Today,
Titan
buddy,
Esports
today.
Club currently.
I left you on Discord at 4:30 a.m.
down south, walking fast.
That was today.
Quite a few teams going to be rotating their way on through Hammond Labs.
Unless you're trying to say you didn't sleep at all.
They are being careful. They were one of the first ones through, though, so they don't currently have anybody on their 6.
Hello, how are you?
Meanwhile, Orchid also trying to rotate on in on the hop step. Does look like they're moving in right on the back of
I slept yesterday.
Here. That's who they were sending shots at off in their direction.
Very beautiful new sleep schedule.
Like
I like it. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Very nice. A dark joke sunao kya? Depends on the joke.
Marathon man their way continuing down south. And looks like we're going to be off towards Bonsai Plaza here.
Target spotted. Leveled up. Target spotted.
So that is going to favor teams that drop down towards the south. Teams like ARAM. ARAM had a decent spot. Maybe they can see if they can capitalize off this ring pulling down their way.
Contact for hostile.
Goat currently sitting on their triple white tees. And to move down here quick, fast, and in a hurry.
रहने दो आकाश, रहने दो.
Prioritizing rotation over looting does tend
ना
to put
करो
you
ना.
in that position. But real estate being a priority, again, knowing that Olympus doesn't quite give you that same benefit of, well, a lot of premium real estate. So you can understand why a majority of teams made their way towards
Nick,
Bonsai
wow. Have you
Plaza so
updated your
early.
PC?
Matter of
What do you
fact,
mean?
I think we've already got 2/3 of our lobby.
What do you mean? Why
Between
would you
here, phase
randomly ask
driver and
that now?
solar
I'm
array,
thinking
like,
कोई
on the
update है क्या ऐसा
rotation
जो
on
मैंने
it,
नहीं किया
so.
हुआ है?
Again, talking about the discipline we've been seeing. In particular, I got to give credit where credit is due to Apex.
Oh, thank
Alpha
you,
Team,
Rao,
where,
thank you.
A region that I feel like in the past been kind of known for really enjoying
Guys, मैंने
playing
खा
a
लिया
little
नील
ape
डोसा,
heavy,
लेकिन
taking more fights than maybe necessary.
अब मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मैंने इनफ खाया है. But अब मुझ में आ रहे हैं
I mean,
the
proof's
sin
in the
of
pudding. Still 20 squads left alive, despite the fact that you have
gluttony, is
already
it?
so many teams
when you overeat.
down here at Bonsai.
Because the dosa is just so good that I want more of it. But I am full.
It will be interesting, though, for teams that are late to the party. Teams like Wolves, S8UL, even DCG. Mark currently up at Gravity Engine.
Enemy in sight.
What's going to happen when they finally arrive? Down here
अब
at
मुझे
Bonsai
कोई
Plaza.
sin commit करना है.
Upgraded and
It is
क्योंकि
kind
मेरा
of funny
पेट
that we
तो
were
भर गया है,
talking
but ये
about
नील
how
डोसा इतना
Olympus
अच्छा तो
doesn't
मुझे ना
always
खाते ही रहना है.
necessarily give us
But
like
नहीं.
end zones that have a decent amount
I
of
am not a sinner.
like spots to be able to play. Bonsai Plaza has
I
a
shall not
decent
do that. I
amount of
shall
area.
stop right here.
Also, obviously, got the walls.
Actually, you're half. What
that
do you
can
mean?
Use and natural cover
Have you
that
watched
are
7
kind
movie?
of around the outskirt as well for when you're talking about rings
सुना
like
हुआ
3
लग
and
रहा है.
4.
देखा होगा. मुझे ये नाम याद नहीं रहते. Sweet खाओ
And Nova
कुछ.
didn't announce it or didn't mention it.
Nah.
But hey, congratulations, chat. We're officially starting the back half of split number 1 here in APAC South.
Sin commit करना है. Make me mod. वाह अक्षत वाह.
That's
Nice
of course
plugin,
taking into
huh?
account that regional finals is like its own separate thing outside of regular season. 9 match days. We're in the middle of match day 5. It feels like the season just started, chat. And look at us. Look at us, chat. Who would have thought? Not me. Meanwhile, Team Ubi after game. Big game as far as in game number 2.
Ring console over there.
Or sorry, sitting in position number 2 after that last game. In game number 3. They've been able to make their way into zone relatively quickly yet again. And this is something that we have talked about a bit for this about this team. I feel like, well, yeah, in the past, Easy Flash has been known for
जैसे
being
ही
like a
मैंने
heavy
sin
fighter. It
deny
seems like
किया.
this team has really adapted the
Instant reward,
early
Gautam.
rotate,
Thank you for the
play zone,
2000. Good morning. Good morning
and
to
then let
you.
your fragging power show itself.
Good
at
morning
the
to
end of the
आपकी हो.
game as teams are more moving towards you.
मेरी तो morning good. आपने की है अभी अभी. Thank you so much. Damn, bro.
Meanwhile, out here on this
As
southwestern
soon
side of the
as
zone,
I
Wolves
refrained
Esports still
from
making
committing
sure
a
that
sin,
they can scout
I
as
got
much
rewarded.
as they can,
That's
see
insane.
if they can upgrade those evos, prepare themselves.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you,
For
Gautam.
endgame.
Thank you.
You know, I know I was giving credit to the region for being able to share real estate, not taking early
Nah,
fights,
bro,
but
you ain't
you can
living
only
through
get so
this.
many teams cluttered up down here at Bonsai. Before these
Thank
squads
you,
started saying,
Gautam.
you know
Thank
what,
you so
somebody's
much.
got to go.
आपके
And
biceps
there's a
दिख रहे
chance
हैं.
that TYK
Thanks.
may be the first one out. And I think now TYK will be full sent as they have noticed that arm, the last one left
हमारा ओवरऑल
alive.
जाने क्या है? आज के दिन में अभी हम लोग 3rd चल रहे हैं.
I mean, really, what more can you do if you're TYK here, right? You know that you can't push towards a building. Those are all gone. You don't really know where the other teams are at in the area, so you just kind of hope and pray that maybe a third party comes in and takes down GOAT, and that's not the case.
Ooh.
However, now GOAT is getting shot at. I think that was RRQ that was sending some shots their way.
आपने बनियान क्यों पहनी? Excuse me, this is called a spaghetti top.
Check out that way. All right, brother.
बनियान तुम पहनते हो, हम spaghetti top पहनते हैं.
More teams continuing to make their way as far as those teams that were on the outskirts. I mentioned earlier.
Orji, thank you for the membership.
Teams of the like.
Thank you. बनियान बोला
Looks
बे.
like QWQ may be all right with taking a little bit of an engagement out here at Solar Array. This
तो बीच
Rendang
में
is on the other
वो भी है
side.
cute सा.
You see PXX ends up going out in that top right-hand corner of your screen. This is their first match day after
देखो
having that
वो भी है
big
cute सा,
Dubberooski
अगर
2
से
weeks
lace भी
ago.
है.
But man, oh
Spaghetti
man, have
top है.
PXX been quiet here today. We'll have to wait and see if they have better luck in map number 5. Meanwhile, back in Solar Array, is Rendang and QWQ. They are
Ayer Bings
isolated
को
over
उधार
here
दे,
on
बाद में
this
ले लूँगी वापस.
northern side of the zone. So it's okay if they have a prolonged fight.
Weapons ready. Enemy.
However, I am kind of curious because some of the teams that aren't necessarily all the way down towards
मुझे हाथ धोना
Bonsai,
है.
but in the general vicinity, teams of
ये
the
मैप के
likes
बाद
of
जाना पड़ेगा.
Wolves
Can you
and
wish me good
S8UL,
morning
if
as
they get
well?
those fights towards Solar Ray. My question is, do they a third party?
I believe
That we're
Ankkita
not
also deserves a
quite
good morning
sure.
message.
Second ring, though, does finish closing officially. And we do indeed still have 18 teams left alive. Rendang and QWQ have looked at each other long enough.
ये रही ना अपने बंदे, ये दिख रही ना fight.
It looks like now it might actually be time to get to shooting. As they do know in a minute and 15 seconds, they'll have to continue moving their way down south. Lahim does go down. Bubble fight just inside of this building.
Maro,
Arcstar
Maro.
comes out. Don't think that they're going to be
चलो
able to
हम
find
third
any
party
value
करने
off of
जाते
the
हैं,
back of
guys.
that. Ronin tries to get Lahim back onto
मस्त
their
idea
feet.
है मुझे. Third party
Bastion and
करते हैं.
Lahim both down. The third
नहीं,
follows
fight
as
खत्म हो
well.
गया,
And
मत जाओ, मत जाओ.
QWQ
Fully healed हैं इन लोग.
will be able to pick up that team wipe. We had questioned if once the shots started firing, if teams
Where you
like
from,
Wolves would
Mumbai?
start pulling in. But it looks like that's
S8UL
not
अभी
the case.
3
So they'll
games
be
के
able
बाद
to
guys third चल रही है.
enjoy the
Third,
spoils of
तीसरे,
their fight.
third. Top पे देखो number 3, hashtag 3, 37 points. That's us.
And they should be able to at least rotate on it down into this next zone, but they will have either Soul or Black Hole waiting for them. Meanwhile, BCG do sit down on this
पैदा तो मैं मुंबई में ही हुई
southeastern
हूँ,
side.
but like we're Rajasthani.
Still sitting on 0 points. Good news for them is only way to go from here is up.
Contact with target.
Inside the ring is found where they're going to want to shut down and open
नहीं
up
अभी
shop.
वो gluttony हो जाएगा बस हो
Do
गया
their
मुझे.
best DMX impression. Currently sitting on triple blues,
खाया
though, as they
पूरा.
are sending shots across the way at the Wolves, who do
हाँ हो गया.
have the advantage in that shields department.
नहीं देखो उसने बेड पे एक पीस रखा है बेशरम कहीं का.
Who have had a relatively quiet day. They also
थप्पड़ मारो उसको.
move their way up towards where
Thank you.
BCG were sitting.
देखो इसको. मोटा गेंडा नीचे
Limo
लेटा हुआ
with
है
the
एक बाइट
wide
छोड़ के.
swing will be able to keep
Stream
Benino
को थोड़ा
on the back
casual है
foot
guys,
here.
listen. Don't judge, okay? The dude streaming this is doing his
Offensive
best.
bombardment also will force them away. The problem is the direction that they're rotating.
He's doing everything.
There are a few squads that are looking their direction. This
Observing,
southeastern
casting. I
side of
think
the
he's
zone
only
has
observing, no?
gotten a little
सब तो कर
hectic.
रहा है.
Especially as it does look like the ring will continue pulling this direction as well.
They're doing
Havoc
their best.
does have the high ground. Unfortunately, the direction they're looking, it's a pair of
मारवाड़ी
bubbles,
आती है?
so
नहीं हम लोग को तो बचपन
the
से
fight
हिंदी सिखाया है.
kind of isolated. Oh, walking L though. Didn't realize that they had Zoyo up on the high ground looking their direction.
मारवाड़ी कैसे सीखेंगे?
Black Hole going to be out in the 19 spot. Veneno
हम लोगों को कोई relative नहीं है
just
पता है?
inside of this ring where they're at currently.
Like मेरे दादा जब young थे
We'll have to work. I think
तब
they
वो
have another squad
राजस्थान
that is
जो हम लोग
directly
का गांव है
to their
उधर
west.
गांव से भाग के आ गए थे मुंबई अकेले और कोई नहीं है हमारे relative. Yeah.
Team Orchid will be the next team to fall. They go out in the 16th
देखो टॉप राइट में दिख रहा है 4 किल
at
जेस
this
को
point,
और 1 असिस्ट.
teams will at least start
अभी
earning
थोड़ा सा
those
इनका
points
क्वालिटी
via
जज मत
position
करो गाइस
points.
लेकिन they doing their best.
Wolves moving on in as the Mastiff proves that it still does have a bit of a bite to it. And a man in low trying to pull up and find the last
So we have
bit
no
of this
relatives,
fight.
no language भी हमको हिंदी सिखाई.
Team back up onto their feet as well. Inside the ring will be out.
मम्मी के साथ की या
I
गुजराती.
think the Wolves should have enough space to be able to get a full reset. Meanwhile, Goat. Krabby Patty in hand of OO, who I do believe still sitting towards the top of one of our top fraggers here in the lobby. Swing and a miss with the Crabber, but the Krabby Patty, the Kraber in hand.
बैन हो गया और रुचि
The
वो
good
तो और
news, though, is
नहीं
you do have
जीपी
the
बैन हुआ था ना
unlimited
अभी.
As Veneno ends up going out in the 14th.
जीपी बैन हुआ था ना पिछले मैच.
Hit a shot for me, big dog.
मोटू तो बैन हो गया था. Who got banned? Caustic got banned क्या?
Back to a full 3. Last time we were sitting on board with
No,
them.
why
There
are
was
guys
just one player
shieldless?
left standing.
Where are your
Team
clothes?
Ubi here. Currently in a fight with
No,
it. Looks like
Sharky down.
S8UL. Doom has fallen.
Third party हो
As
गए उन
does
लोग
Easy
भी.
Flash because it's Goat who says, let me third party this. I want some easy KP.
Third party हो गए उन लोग भी.
However, OO does get taken some shots
वो
off
उबी
in the distance.
वालों
Will
ने
fall
हमको
back, and
मारा
that may
और
be just
उनको
enough to allow for the reset.
ये मार रहे हैं अभी. NT.
There as well. Dog Red end up falling out in the 11th
कपड़े
position.
खाते हैं हमारी.
And Wolves Esports sees Titan Esports Club looking to peek right up around the corner. The problem is you also have Na in the vicinity. So this fight
कोई बात
can't
नहीं.
take too long.
Good fight
Wolves.
guys. NT.
I mean, I don't know if you watched
अभी
much
switch करोगे
Star
इधर.
Wars growing up.
Yeah.
Anakin taught me though, it's
बेकार
not
game.
very good to push into the high
किसने
ground.
बनाया ये गेम? छोड़ दूंगा मैं.
So they're kind of in a tough spot playing
चल
from
रहा
where
हूँ.
they're at. Rain trying to find some shots with the triple
Nice.
take. And there it is. Wolves Esports officially going to be taken out in the 10th spot. And now
It
where
was
do
the fourth
Titan
game. Yeah,
Esports
this was the
Club
fourth game. अभी दो और
shift
बाकी
their
है.
attention?
Olympus ही है.
They
I love
do have
Olympus. Olympus
DCG
is
as
so
a
fun.
trio right below them. I'm not sure if they have
Such
that
a good map.
information though.
Love this map. देखो नीचे घर ऊपर घर राइट में घर लेफ्ट में घर कितने सारे लोगों ने एरिया ले रखी
Does
है.
look like DCG gonna knock at the door of RRQ. Understandably so. This building kind of a power position where the
Per
zone
day
is ending.
6 maps. 6 days per match.
Important that RRQ
Oh,
able
oh
to
good
hold
morning
them
Yash.
off at the door. They do at least
Good
have the
morning Yash.
defensive
6 days per
composition
match.
to be able to keep them
Per
at
day
bay.
6 matches buddy.
But for both the Gibby Bubble and the
अब तो ये
Newcastle
साढ़े
Wall,
11 भी बज गए brother.
DCG can
ये
respond
तो
with
अब
one
तक
of
9
their
बजे
own.
वाली
The
इसमें
problem
ही
is,
है.
as they try and knock at the door of RRQ, they gotta worry about the third party pulling up. As that is that is just on the other side.
Oh my
Bubble comes
god.
out here from DCG as they've pushed their way into the building here for RRQ on this backside door.
उठो दोस्त.
Roy looking to hit the
साढ़े
back,
11
look to hit the
बज
med
चुके
kit
हैं.
as well.
4 गेम हो चुके हैं.
As DCG look for the full reset. Team Ubi out in the 9th position.
Team A versus Team C. What does this mean? So basically, Venka, there are 3 groups: Team A, Team B,
But
and
the
Team
Gibby
C.
bubble will help keep them protected. RRQ though will respond with a bubble in their
So
own right. That does
every
mean their
weekend
bubble falls
there is
last.
like
Chance
A के
they can have
players
the advantage
versus
in this
B.
fight,
तो
but now it's a
basically
third
20
party
जो
to the
teams
third
है
party that will
उसमें
pull
like
up.
10 Team A है 10 Team
That's
C
kind
है.
of what happens at this point in the fight.
So ये
especially
event
in
में
such a
सबको
late game
36
scenario
maps
as
खेलने
Goats
total.
has
6 दिन
now shown
खेलना है.
their
So it's
faces.
like
Have
Team
it.
B versus Team B, Team B
Sit
versus
on the
Team
high
C,
ground as
Team A
well.
versus Team C. फिर वापस से same चीज repeat types.
On the other side, as those teams will be leaving outside of this building. Titan Esports Club will be out in the 7th position. QWQ on the low ground out here.
So
to the
we're in
east.
Team A. 10
Bubble
teams
popped.
in Team A. Group A.
Question is, what are you now going to do to be able to
Group
move
A,
on
group.
in? Bro, now that the Gibby has defensive bombardment, it can have 3 of them things. There's going to be way too many of them available in this end game scenario. Havoc looking to push into the low ground, into QWQ. 21 has the alternator in hand. Looks to peek over
Group
the
A,
edge.
group.
Isn't going to be able to find
Group
it.
A
Quickly
versus
pushing
Group
back
C.
into the
We're
high
in
ground
Group
and
A
back
के 10 team
behind
में से एक.
their Newcastle
हम मर गए,
wall
yes.
as well.
हमको उबी वालों ने मारा.
Portaling away, here's QWQ to try and find themselves to some safety. And now
स्वप्निल आराम से हम
RRQ
लोग.
will be the last
Top
ones
पे
to
चल रहे
leave
हैं.
this building. The good news is maybe that will allow for this lobby to thin itself out just a little bit more.
Nah, was eliminated.
It does look like RRQ and DCG are going to have to take a fight before this building is completely removed from the zone. Strafing Flame looking for the resets. He's going to go down. Metro, last one left alive.
Damn, bro, how are you gonna exit this building
Metro,
now?
if you can get Strafing Flame up, because you are on the slow-moving side of the zone, maybe a chance to move back to a full 3, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get a full reset. Goat
How are they
now
gonna
going to look
exit
to push
that
out
building,
here over towards Havoc. Uses the bubble to be able to buy a little bit of
RRQ, Goat,
space.
Havoc,
It looks like
QWQ.
Havoc could very well be the ones that are looking to walk away with a
Damn,
dub
bro,
here.
RRQ
Metro
done
still the solo. Will end up going out in 4th, but that's yet another top 5 for that squad. QWQ
Goat जीत रही
out
है
in
तो.
3rd, and Goat as a trio left alive. They'll be able to come
Damn.
out on top. Oh,
तो
KZU
मैं तो
and
जाऊंगा.
Freak,
कहाँ जाओगे यश?
a team who I had
Well
mentioned finished 5th last
Oops.
time. These two lobbies played against one another.
Look at this boy.
And we're able to use
Polar
2
bear.
huge games on Olympus last time out. A big win here in map number
लैपटॉप पे देख रहे हो
4.
यश?
And
मैच
count 'em
नंबर क्या
up.
है? अभी 4th था
6,
मैच. अभी 2 गेम बाकी है
12 add
ओलंपिस
the
के.
5, carry the 1. That's 17 kills to go along with 12 KP, a 29-point game for GOAT, which will put them up into the conversation of the top 5. Not just in the conversation, but currently on the podium. If it were to end now,
6 point is
points
game.
for them, as we mentioned, the 17 kills.
So they have 34
Havoc with
points.
the
So we're at
16
what?
points
40
in second,
points now.
QWQ in 3rd with 13. Another
करते करते देख
double-digit
रहा.
game for RRQ with 12 points. And DCG rounding out the top 5. Big game for BCG despite going out in the bottom 10 with 7 points worth noting, but they need more points than that if they're going to want to be able to still keep themselves in the conversation. We'll look at our
we're
top
not
kill
in the
getters
top kills
here
anymore.
through 4 games, and
That's
we're already
fine.
up to double digits for everyone. Pricey could very well get the
कितने points
20-piece
है 4th
nugget.
match? अभी तो 6 point
Here
मिले.
in game number 5, already sitting at 18. Metro sitting on 15. OO, Hinson, and KZU rounding out the top 5 as far as kills. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at our damage getters as well. Metro at 8,500. Pricey creeping up towards that 8,000 as well. OO, Easy Splash. We even have a DCG player, Shao, in the conversation here as well. That does mean we're 2/3 of the way through day number 5. Here, chat, we got to figure
Gaya
out who's gonna
GB,
be off the board for
85%
game
pick
number
rate.
5, and it is
Bye.
indeed going to be the Gibby.
Bye.
Shucks, chat, I didn't mention baby comp enough. So Gibby
नहीं
officially off
caustic
the
भी
board.
है.
And a reminder, we did also have Valkyrie was the one taken off the board for game number 3. So no Maggie, no
हाँ वही क्योंकि उन लोग ने
Valkyrie,
पिछली
no
बार गिबी
Gibby,
दिखाया था कि आउट हुआ है
and
बट
no
एक्चुअली वैल्क आउट हुई थी.
Crypto
वैल्क और जिबी
for
दोनों का
game
सेम पिक रेट था बट आई
number
थिंक वैल्क हैड
5.
मोर ऑफ एन इम्पैक्ट इन द लास्ट
Still
मैप
feel like
दैट्स
we'll
व्हाई
still
शी
be
वाज
seeing a
बैंड
fair
इन दैट
share
वन.
of Newcastles. Maybe that'll bring a little bit more of my stinky
Because the
boy
same number of
Caustic into the
teams
forefront.
same number of teams had
Probably a few
Jibbies
more
and
Watsons
Valks.
as well.
Same
Definitely
pick
gonna be
rate था
keeping an eye
दोनों
on
का.
compositions
But I
moving
think
forward.
Valk
Four
had
maps
more of an
down.
impact.
4
Caustic देख
different
ban नहीं हुआ है
winners.
क्योंकि ओरोची.
And apparently map or day
It matters ना
number 5
winning
is
team
just
में
the
से
days of teams fragging out. We have a 20 kill win.
which one had more of an
18 kill
impact.
win, and a 17 kill win.
I'll tell you. थर्ड गेम के बाद ये देख कैरेक्टर पिक रेट 60% जीबी और वैल्क दोनों के थे, दोनों 12 थे, बट लेट मी सी द विनिंग टीम. Ubi में the Valk had more of an impact. It has more kills, more damage, more of an impact. तो इसलिए वो बैन हुए. जब दो ऐसे होते हैं ना गाइस कि दो लेजेंड्स है सेम पिक रेट के साथ, तो कौन सा बैन होगा वो डिसाइड होता है कि विनिंग टीम में से वो किस लेजेंड का सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट था दोनों में से, उस हिसाब से बैन होता है. तो विनिंग टीम में दोनों थे जेबी एंड वैल्क जिनका सेम पिक रेट था, बट वैल्क का इम्पैक्ट ज्यादा था, तो इसलिए वो लेजेंड बैन हुआ और जेबी नहीं. समझ रहे हो? ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम कोई पूछे तो उनको बता देना that you are smarter than them, you know more than them. समझे? कितने पोजीशन पर है अभी दिखाएंगे उन लोग.
If you're watching over on YouTube, turn on those notifications. That way we can make sure you're here when we go live each and every week for ALGS action.
Position 5th है ना अभी.
As well as some more ALGS or some more APAC South action as well. But before we drop in for map number 5, we'll take a look at the map or at the drop spots.
मैं आती हूँ guys एक सेकंड में.
One more time. It's the southern zone there as far as for that last map.
40 point अभी अपने guys.
Didn't see ARAM able to get as much as you would hope for a team that landed down there, but you can understand why GOAT RQ were able to pop off with some big games. You can also understand why BCG was able to get some big points despite going out early. They were probably just one of your first ones there, just unfortunately couldn't hold on for the duration. I am seeing the countdown on my side here, chat. Looks like we'll be heading off to that server here in just one moment. For some of these teams, at the conclusion of today, we mentioned they will only have 2 more match days left. So it's going to be important for those teams to really try and be able to set a pretty good bar to hit as far as for those teams that are sitting behind them in the overall standings, right? For teams that are really wanting to keep themselves in the hunt as far as for those land spots. The teams that aren't going to be out in that B versus C lobby next week. Teams of the likes of an ARAM, who we were just talking about, Titan Esports Club, BCG, gotta have a big game or 2 here in games 5 or 6 to be able to put yourself back in the mix. Wolves have had a somewhat quiet day as they are landing over on that Oasis side. Maybe if we happen to get a western side zone, maybe we can see them pop off with a good one, but I don't know, chat. Something in the back of my mind and my heart of hearts is telling me we're still due for a zone or 2 up in that northeastern side of Olympus. But hey, you know what? I think since map number 1 on Olympus, map number 4 on the day went so good, how about we go ahead and do it again? Let's drop on in one more time.
Killer बढ़िया खेल रहे हैं, बढ़िया.
5 this time around.
बढ़िया खेल रही है हमारी टीम.
For some of these teams in the back half
Is my phone charged?
of our lobby, those teams in those, I'd probably say 8th through 15th position, if you still want to have a legitimate shot of being able to have a chance at the podium, it's got to be here now. Because teams like RRQ and GOAT, they're already pretty solidified up towards the top. But when you look towards teams like Dog Red, Wolves, PXX, even DCG, nah, you can still make a case for, I don't know, maybe top 5. But it would have to be 2 solid games.
बनियान की जगह इसको husband beater भी बोल सकते हैं ना.
When I was talking about Wolves off at Oasis, but it does indeed Look like we could be off to the
वाइफ बीटर बुलाते हैं तो मैंने पहना है तो उसको हस्बैंड बीटर बोलेंगे ना
Yeah, up to that
logically
up to that northwestern side of the zone. Does mean teams who have had a quieter day
I can call this a
that are
husband beater
looking for that turnaround.
if you guys are calling it a
Teams
banyan
like PXX,
technically they are also
teams
called
like
wife beaters so
QWQ, teams like
I am
even
wearing
a
a
Titan
husband beater.
Esports down at just 9 points because of the fact that we've seen teams
I was
have
just
been
thinking
winning,
about it
popping off
since you
with
guys
20,
said that I'm wearing a
25, 30
banyan
points.
tree
You can duplicate that.
we
Well,
could
there's a chance
we
you can put
could
yourself up in the conversation. So,
call it that we could
well, I know there's still a few
could call
teams
it
that sit
that.
up at the top, kind of away from everyone else.
we could call it that
It does feel like it's RRQ's lobby to lose for sure, but for other
Yeah.
teams wanting to place within the podium,
we could call it that
I think there are
no?
plenty of teams that are still within arm's reach for sure.
hello man good morning मैं बढ़िया हूँ how are you no queue Abhishek no queue
Black Hole taking their time as far as
yes queen you are right
on their
ऐसा क्यों नहीं
landing. However, hold on a second. Trident pulls up and through, but I don't think there's any reason to invest too much time there. I think just going to be okay with continuing to dig in, loot, make sure you're looted and booted. It's time to hit the ground running.
good morning Chad good morning
Meanwhile, you do have teams that are already on the move. I
देखिए
mean,
आज
shoot,
एपेक्स है
Soul landed
पबजी
over
है
at Power
चेस है
Grid,
आई थिंक मोबा है पोकेमॉन यूनाइट है
and they're already starting to rotate their way on
और क्या
over.
है am I forgetting something
They wasted no time. Longbow in the hand of Jesco. Some pop shots getting sent across the way, and hey yo, hitting a couple of them things as well.
पबजी तो बोल लिया ना पबजी बोल लिया एपेक्स बोल लिया चेस बोल लिया पोकेमॉन यूनाइट बोल लिया मोबा बोल लिया पबजी चेस एपेक्स मोबा पोकेमॉन यूनाइट
BCG have the Trident, and they will start making their way up north. Again, BCG, 7 points in game number four. But unfortunately, when you add 0 to the first 3,
हाँ, आप सबकी वॉच पार्टी करो ना
means you gotta
मेरे
move with a
पास
different
यार मैं
sense of
सबकी तो नहीं
urgency.
करूँगी मैं पबजी एपेक्स
Here
की
in
करती हूँ
games 5
जब
and
वैलो होता है
6.
वैलो करती हूँ पबजी एंड एपेक्स
Definitely
एंड वैलो
understand
these
teams
three
still
games
wanting to use the Tridents, but the Trident's not going to have nearly as much value
आई
now
थिंक
that
उनके
we do
ऑफिशियल चैनल
have
पे करन
the Gibby off the board. Don't have the ability to drop the bubble on that
फ्री
thing
फायर
and
भी
have
है
that
आज
extra
हाँ
protection.
ओके वो ही था 6th एपेक्स चल रहा है अभी वो तो हम देख रहे हैं EWC के क्या प्लान बस बुलाए तो
I think
चले जाओ
BCG going to be more working about rotating around, getting information,
I'm not sure इस साल कैसे
upgrading those
होगा with like
Evos.
so much
They did
happening
land on
in
the
the
southern
world
side of the zone. They
outside,
already
how
know that they're probably
international
too
flights
late to
gonna
be able to get a
work.
priority position. So you might as well at least make sure that you're prepared once you get in. ARAM in a tough spot. ARAM's also been relatively quiet here today.
मोबा का नहीं है मेरे पास वॉच पार्टी राइट्स ओनली वैलो पबजी एपेक्स
And I know that we had seen a little slower of a game compared to Olympus play in that game number 4. But I can't help but wonder if the pace is going to start picking up. They generally do down the home stretches. Teams in the back of the half of the lobbies wanting to make a play. Teams like Na who really need some big KP games.
सेम कॉन्सेप्ट करन या
Fortunately, though, as far as for Orchid, A-Flow falls down, which means most of the last one left alive, and Team Orchid gonna be taken out.
विल यू प्ले एपेक्स आफ्टर दिस नो आज एपेक्स नहीं खेलूंगी मैं इसके बाद गाइस ये एंड करूंगी और फिर रात को वापस आऊंगी पबजी पीसी वॉच पार्टी के लिए 9:30 बजे
Wolves already over here looking to be able to
देखते
get
रहिए
themselves reset
बेल आइकन
after
दबाने
that
पे
little bit of an
नोटिफिकेशन आती है
engagement.
ऐसे मैंने सुना है
I need a laser sight.
But surely here is where we see things now that we've gotten players rotated through, where it slows down for about a ring and a half or so. A lot of our players have the information that they were looking for.
Best they are at range.
We had mentioned for teams like PXX,
Let's go over there.
you have to have a big game here in game
तुमको पता
number
है guys, जब
5.
Free Fire का हमारा
A
चालू हुआ था,
little slower on their rotate. Like,
तब
while they are
start
inside
में
of the zone for now,
मैं भी watch party करने वाली थी इसकी.
These directions.
they
फिर
still
मैंने
will
first
be
day
one
miss
of the
कर दिया.
later
First
ones when it comes
first
to
क्या
moving
first
out
day या first week ही
further
miss कर
west.
दिया. फिर
So,
मैंने बोला अच्छा
I
भी छोड़ो
think
मैं
will
लेके.
be important for them to try and make sure that
क्या हो
they're
रहा था?
picking
तभी
up
मेरा PC बनता I think दिसंबर में ना.
some KP
PC
to
खराब था
balance
शायद
for
मेरा.
what will probably be a little bit of an earlier exit. And when I say a little
फिर
bit of
मैं
an
बोला अभी
earlier
लेके
exit, I
गया
mean
अभी
just
चलो.
anticipating it's going to be really tough getting into that top 5, right?
क्या कर रहे हो?
CG, they have their trident that is smoking. So they won't be able to use it too much longer to be able to rotate around the outside of this zone, but they have been able to at least make their way towards Turbine. The problem is they've got Rendang
छोड़ दो
here.
इनकी
And I
गाड़ी.
thought Rendang had landed the stick on that. Just imagine if they would have.
Hostile spotted.
मेरी स्टोरी सुनी यार, मैंने तो स्टोरी सुनाई है.
But for now, things do continue to stay
हो
calm.
गए कहीं मेरे शॉर्ट्स क्लिप्स
The
कहीं
6
पे तो
players
सारी
eliminated are the
स्टोरीज.
2 squads that have been fully wiped. Nino will have information.
College तो
They do
attend
know
ही नहीं
that
करती
another
थी मैं.
squad here at Fight Night.
Enemy out there.
I believe that's both TYK, he was here, as well as Dog Red. So this could very well quickly become a 3-team sort of engagement out on this side.
भागो बड़ी.
As things
भागो.
do officially get popping off. Razi, Peacekeeper in hand.
Target spotted here.
Send the Arc Star, but I don't know if that's going to get anything. Instead, just retreat back up into the high ground, up the stairs to their teammate.
Streamlabs कहाँ गया guys?
Trying to see if they can find themselves an alternate angle.
Got a fool over there.
I don't know Streamlabs क्यों नहीं चल रहा.
I think all 3 of the teams that are over here realize that there is a 3rd squad. Part of the reason that you're not seeing anyone overextending to find that first knock. But it is definitely intriguing because I think this should continue pulling a little bit more off towards their east at least. So they'll need to move eventually, but they're good for now. Meanwhile, over on this southeastern side of the zone, you do have Bear Claw Gaming looking off in the direction of DCG. These two, I feel like they have been fighting quite a bit today. We did mention Bear Claw Gaming was going to need to have a good Olympus. They got 7 points the first map. Looking to see what they can do here in map number 5, the second run back here on it.
बाकी सबके स्ट्रीम से भी Streamlabs चलेगा क्या guys? कि सिर्फ मेरे इसमें?
Maybe I was wrong about the pull. It does actually look like more pulling back into this direction. I'm guessing is this the one that pulls? Yeah, to just the north side of Fight Night, which means PXX. I mean, honestly, solid spot for them.
Can you guys check if Streamlabs is back? I don't know.
It puts you in a spot where if they can control kind of up by that wall and over by the bridge and sustain. We mentioned they were a team that could still very well put themselves in the conversation depending on how game number 5 goes.
Locks over here.
Meanwhile, for Dog Red, I think they've had some shots, yeah, getting sent their way by Goat here. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Gob gaps. Holy cow, just gets absolutely decimated. And now Kilo and
देखो अभी
Fafa
Streamlabs
have
आ
to
क्या?
retreat.
Gautam, thank you for another 2000. Goodbye, Ankkita. Have a great day. Thank you
You
so
have the
much.
Moby, that's the good news for them.
आपका वेलकम और आपका एग्जिट दोनों ही बड़ा धमाकेदार था. Thank you so much, Gautam.
The bad news for them is if
मैं शाम को वापस
DCG
आऊंगी 9:30 बजे. ठीक है.
sees that while they're up in the sky, they're going to jump on this
Evening
immediately.
भी कर सकते
And they
हैं.
have. They've
हाँ,
called it
करण
out
से भी
perfectly.
announcer. Thank you so much, Gautam. I really
However,
appreciate it.
Not going to drop on it. I like this idea though, right? No need to take a fight that's still so far outside the zone. Instead, prioritize the rotation.
Adversary near me.
DCG is in that 10th spot currently, so while not a favorable point for those overall points, you're still within
Depends where I am in the
distance again
zone,
with
Josh.
two
If I'm already in it,
decent
I will not go
games
around
here. For PXX,
outside के चलो clear
they're
करके
trying to
आते
keep
घूम के आते
everybody to their south at bay.
But if I am coming
Anticipate that this thing's
in
gonna
from
continue
the
pulling off into
outside,
your
I like
direction.
to keep my back clear at least. कहीं कोई आके मुझे पीछे से गोली ना मार दे.
Inside the ring, will be out in the 18th spot. We still have a couple of squads that are outside of the zone as
Rohan, I'm
Zone
into
3 just about
FPS.
continued wrapping up here. Oh, and Goat continuing to try and get back to their fragging ways. Unfortunately, though,
hopefully
kind
I
of
will
caught in
be
a
in
rock
some
and a
of
hard
the
place. Like they were
other
taking the fight with
videos.
BCG. Where's BCG here trying to make a miracle happen?
Arey Fnatic, good
Limo goes down,
morning.
Walking L
Bear
down
Claw
as
Gaming
well.
done for.
And now Bear Claw Gaming are
But
going to have
यार
to
तो
rely on an
मेरी
absolute nuke
NTRH
in game
IIT
number
में
6
होती. NTRH कौन है तुम्हारी, मुझे क्या पता.
just to get a respectable match point day result. Rendang goes out in 15th, and now is where our point teams are going to really start eliminating one another here. You're starting to run out of real estate to be had as this fourth zone gets shown. Henson lets the Sheila sing. Unfortunately, though, as they step to the other side of that mobile shield, they just get absolutely put down. QWQ will also be joining them in the lobby.
किधर है अपन?
Titan
अपन
Esports
है
Club will
3
now
नंबर.
enjoy the reaps of their spoils.
कभी Fortnite खेला? Yeah.
How about we reposition over there?
21 got the Havoc in hand, looking for a heady. Not gonna be able to grab it there, as it does actually look like overseeing a fight.
Is there no one else that can play a
Oh, that
ghost
Krabby Patty's looking for
S8UL?
something, man. They're overlooking Ubi, Selenbu, and DCG. but it looks like
Perimeter
DCG
security
broke
क्या
away
होता है
from that,
भाई?
so. Meanwhile, on this
Perimeter security
portion
क्या
of
होता है?
the
हमने
zone,
मारा है
black
किसी को,
hole.
उसमें bracket में perimeter security आया था. Are you
gonna
hot?
relay down the Newcastle wall, reestablish their
थोड़ा
cover.
तो थोड़ा देर और सो गए बेशरम.
Might as well, it's available, right? It's kind of tucked away, and plus if they're shooting above them, they might get lucky enough that someone drops down and gives them free kills, but I think for now we'll just kind of sit out where they're chilling.
अगर मुझे 9:30 बजे वॉच पार्टी है तो मुझे इसके बाद नैप लेके उठ के लंच
DCG will
करके
look
नहा
across
के
the way.
1 घंटा दूर बैंड्रा जाके आने का प्लान नहीं बनाना चाहिए मेरे
Eighth flow
हिसाब से.
already down. But can you chase that final player? That's the question. And doesn't seem so. DCG actually able to stay on their feet to get the pylon in, which should be able to allow you to be able to get a reset.
आशिक हम टॉप 1-2 चल रहे हैं
Maybe
अभी.
Selenbu will be taking out that 12th spot, by the way.
हमको जाए, हमको उधर रहना है. वो देखो पीछे S8UL वाले आए, थर्ड पार्टी लेजेंड्स.
Here's Black Hole. Will be falling back. Wanting to make sure that they can play it safe. No sense on giving away a stupid
चले गए
knock,
वापस.
right? Like, yeah, obviously picking up.
तुम
the
फाइट
XP
नहीं करे तो
feeder
हम भी
would
फाइट
have
नहीं
been
करेंगे,
nice,
ऐसे बोल के चले गए. और तुम फाइट करोगे तो हम
just
थर्ड
about
पार्टी
reached
करेंगे.
that
तुम
point
फाइट
where
नहीं करोगे
placement
तो
points
हम
start
सेफ
really
जा
holding
रहे
a
हैं.
lot more weight. Oh no.
ये देखो
This
शार्की
Black
भाई इसके
Hole's
घर
not
के
gonna
बाहर
be able to get a
घूम रहे.
reset.
डर नहीं लगता.
Team RRQ looking to pull on up. Strafing Flame. In the Newcastle. Be able to get the reset. Oh no, but then Strafing Flame eventually goes down. Pricey, last one left alive. And with a player on
Please
their
heal
six,
S8UL, please, please, please. I better not
RRQ
catch you guys getting.
will go out.
No. No.
XD unable to hit the shots here with the RE45. Has to find a way to get safely back with the rest of their squad.
Nice Sharky.
Now find themselves in a tough spot.
Heal.
Stay away from here.
Honestly, I really like Soul's positioning on this side of the room. You can use this little crevice to be able to play some natural cover. I think both the teams that are on their side are damn it, like clean things up. How about
why would you peek him?
Absolutely
Right
cleaning
there,
up.
bro.
That's one. Make it two.
He just knocked one
I thought it was going to be
guys.
3.
No, legacy down.
Unlimited Kraber shots though.
अरे जिसने legacy को knock किया वो knock हो गया. बहुत बढ़िया.
Just sending shots off in the opposite direction. Havoc lands right in front of Wolves Esports. And that is an unfortunate spot to try and evac into. And those are big ticks that continue to come across from low as he just continues to pop and then ping. Another 128 there, A-Ram at the risk of falling on the southeastern side. Go after trying to see if they can pick up their teammates.
It's going to be unsuccessful. Here's Veneno. But मैं कुछ बोलूँगी नहीं क्योंकि सिर्फ इन लोग ही हमारे रीजन की वॉच पार्टी कर रहे हैं.
Around the Rosie through the portals. Spade's the last one left alive for Veneno. Can you stay alive though is the question. No, Veneno out in the 5th spot. You've got Wolves, PXX,
जैसे भी हो रहा है मैं देख लूँगी.
TYK.
I'm happy that they're doing our region ka stream.
And it feels like they're kind of split in 4 corners of this map.
It's not my quality, guys. It's them. I'm watching somebody stream.
Looks like S8UL could very well be looking to open things up with PXX over on this northern side of the zone.
30 गोली क्यों है इस पे? Jesco पे.
Again, the calm before the storm. The final ring starting to close. Who's going to be able to come out in game number 5 as it's low, who sprays across the way with the R99, is able to break a shield, but is not able to find the kill. Crazy Kong does fall. Low trying to keep themselves alive.
What is it?
Oh my goodness! And I almost thought he was going to find a second.
Bro, I really thought
he was going to
be
all left
to
win here for Wolves Esports.
That was insane.
And this could be huge. If you can clean up this fight quickly for TYK, you're...
This game is so bad.
I'm switching guns.
No, I'm going left.
Going left.
Chalo, top 2 अपनी fight देखेंगे.
We have the box on the left. Go left.
Do we win this?
Let's go. Can we swing his gun left? He's on left. I got 100 banging.
I can't.
I'm weak.
I'm trying to hold. He's trying to swing right.
On the right. I'm dead. I'm dying.
Oh no, 2v3.
Pulling.
He's swinging left. One right left.
Oh, we came second.
I've just been hit by a nade that I can't even see.
You guys have played that game so fucking well for a zone you've not fucking played before.
I can't see how many kills we got. Like 2.
1.
I didn't get any.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
NT, guys.
Still left is a full 3. Meanwhile, on the other side of this storm, you've got PXX and S8UL starting to take a fight. TYK should be able to move in. Oh, I thought and clean up the third party, but that's not going to be the case. S8UL did not overextend. Now it's S8UL who's trying to be able to reset, but do they have enough time? That's the question, as now TYK, the young trio, looking to make some noise here in match day number 5. S8UL, though, they are the experienced trio. They are one of the big dogs here in APAC South for a reason. Legacy going to fall. Sharky gonna try and stick the revive. Not going to be able to though. And it's a clean wipe from TYK. That's some spicy soup, baby.
Fine.
Duplicate that same level of success heading into the last iteration of Olympus. But they still definitely have quite a challenge.
I wish we had more KP. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of KP this game. Like when everybody was fighting, I don't know where we work. Is like what? I didn't understand.
In just a moment.
I couldn't see us.
22
got 10
points
this
TYK,
game.
S8UL
So we are at 50
10,
points.
only being able to pick up
40 points
up
अब तक के और अभी ये game के 10 points as 50
gifted
points.
to PXX, able to capitalize on it. 15 points in the third place.
Boyfriend
Wolves
calls.
with 15 points in the fourth
यार
place.
अपनी girlfriends को तुम लोग stream पे ला सकते हो ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं किसी के साथ भी flirt
Veneno rounding out the top 5 with 4 and 4 for a total of 8.
Why would I do that? That is so creepy.
Game number 5 now done and dusted. I guess let's go ahead and take a look at some of our top performers.
I think मेरी stream पे किसी की भी girlfriends आके ऐसा feel नहीं करेगी.
Wondering if Pricey was going to be able to find the 20-piece
उनको
nugget.
बुलाओ मेरी stream देखने.
Well, now you
साथ
are
में
down
देखो.
to your last
Netflix
game to
जैसे.
get it. only needs
बस
one.
chill करने मत लगना guys, देख लेना
Metro
screen
finds
thanks.
4, Pricey finds 1, and RRQ walks away
मेरी
with
girlfriend
2
type कर
kills.
रही है.
Our 2 players with 20 kills in the day. That would be
We have
pretty
one more game.
impressive. Not sure if that's gonna
Nah,
happen
6
during a
games होता है
6-game
Apex में.
series
रोहन से
in the
5
past.
ही हुए.
K2, Low, and OO rounding out the top 5 as far as our top kills. We'll go ahead and take a quick look as far as our top damage.
कल ही करा था
getters
PUBG
here
में.
in
अच्छा कल आई
lobbies
थी वो भी.
A versus
Nice.
C. As it is,
Excuse me, Abhinash.
surprisingly,
What the
Metro
fuck?
and Pricey sitting at the top. OO, Low, and Jesco rounding out
Jesco
the
आगे
top
वापस
5
top 5
in
damage.
And while we were wondering with some players getting off to a hot start in damage, especially looking at the RRQ boys, does look like still that mark to try and
क्यों
hit
टाइप कर
at
सकते
the
हो यार
end of
दोनों
the
साथ
day
में
when
मिलके?
everything all said and done is going to be that
PUBG PC में
10K
5 होता
mark.
है yes, क्योंकि
Metro
PUBG
getting
PC
pretty
में जो
close,
वीकेंड है
Pricey
उसमें टोटल 15
close
गेम्स है तो
as
3 दिन में
well.
डिवाइड किया हुआ है 5 5 5.
Those are gonna be
इसमें
our
है
top fraggers as far
36
as
गेम्स
for now.
खेलने
Let's
हैं
look and see
ओवरऑल
who's
टीम
gonna be
को.
taken
तो
off
उनको
the
डिवाइड
board
किया
for
है
our
6
final
6
map.
6 6
And
6
it will
6.
indeed be the
समझ रहे हो?
Newcastle. That's 16
Newcastle banned.
picks. Really changes up the compositions is where games 4 and
एक
5
blind
felt really
date setup कर
defensive.
दो
And I guess
please.
still you can
ये
have
भी
some
मैं ही कर
defensive
लेती हूँ.
builds, right? I'm sure we'll still see some ramparts. We'll see some caustics along with, of course,
अच्छा
the Watson,
साथ
which
में
we saw
IRL देख रहे
a
थे. मुझे
decent
लगा
amount
यहाँ आ
of in
जाओ बेबी
game
साथ
number
में स्ट्रीम
5.
देखते हैं चैट में मिलता हूँ.
Again, seeing Alter close to
अच्छा
being
साथ
banned
में.
in map 1, making it all the way through to map number 6. We'll take them off the board, and
Prize
that's
pool,
your
कैसे होता है?
legend pool that will be on the board heading into our final map of the day. It will be Olympus for map number 6.
प्राइस पूल डबल कर
It
देंगे.
should be going back there
Nah, I'm
here
just
in
kidding. I actually
just
don't know
a
the prize pool.
moment or two.
I
So I
don't know the
guess
prize pool.
before we
Someone said
do,
cringe.
let's take a
No,
look
I
at the
I believe there is
overall
nothing on this
leaderboard
planet that is
and
cringe.
see how things are sitting here heading into our last map of the day. It is still RRQ who sits up
We're
on
number
top with
3 right now.
71
RRQ
points.
at 71
And
points.
as long as they
Goat at
don't
57 and we
Bluster
at
out and
50.
Goat
ये देखो
pops
top
off.
3
It
left
feels
side.
like they should be good in that number 1 spot. We had mentioned
Cringe
for
कुछ नहीं
them
होता.
they really needed to continue carrying over that momentum from last week, and they have been able to do so. Goat,
कोई नहीं अक्षय,
S8UL,
we will do
Ubi,
better.
and Havoc rounding out the top 5.
ये fourth match
We
वाला
had
नहीं है,
said
ये
how
fifth match
teams like
था.
PXX, if they had a big game in that game number 5, put themselves in the conversation. Look at that, currently in 7th. It is going to be a
We're
challenge
here,
for them to
third.
move up into the top 5 just because we have seen a majority
ये
of our
मैं
winners
center.
popping off for big point games, and almost all of them do sit up in that top 5, right? Like RRQ, S8UL, or sorry, RRQ, Goat, Ubi have all won games with some
मैं
big
सबसे top पे हूँ.
so, PXX will need some
ये
help to get
देखो.
into the top 5, but they've been able to do a pretty good job of moving
Number
up into
1
the top
baby,
10 from
number
where they were
1.
sitting before
Me.
this. And again, a team that really popped off last time we did see them out in the field. They won their last pro day. I feel like even
आपकी
having
watch party से
a top
Apex सीखने
7
मिला
here, as
काफी
long as
time
they
हो गया
hold
watch
on to
parties
that,
देखते
will have
हुए.
them feeling
इसकी watch
pretty
parties,
good,
watch parties.
especially because
Thank
they
you,
do
thank
only
you,
have 2
thank
match
you.
days played,
Thank you.
and they are already in that conversation for land,
Thank you,
currently
thank
sitting
you,
in
thank you,
9th. So
thank you. Watch
PXX
parties
just
खेलती.
kind of has to continue doing what they're doing.
Number
When
0.
we look towards the
Ah,
back end, though, we
yeah.
talked about teams
Starting
like Dog
point.
Red,
Origin
DCG,
is me.
potentially still
मेरे
being able to
जेई मेन
keep
का रिजल्ट आया
themselves
था.
in the
मेरे
conversation
99.1
with a big
परसेंटाइल
day
बने
today.
हैं और विलेन
Sitting down at
इंटरनेशनल रिप्रेजेंट
23
करना
points
इंडिया को
will
क्या
need to
जेई
pop
में
off a little bit, but hey, you know, you
जेई
get yourself the
एंट्रेंस
top
एग्जाम
3,
कॉन्टेस्ट
you know,
इंडिया का
7 to 10
रिप्रेजेंट
KP.
कर रहा है
All of
अभिनव.
a sudden,
S8UL की
we're
तरफ
talking
से.
about you being up in that top
What do you
7 or
mean?
8
What do you mean?
teams as well. So
What do you mean?
still some chances for
जेई
our
मेंस के रिजल्ट से
leaderboard to shift around a bit, but I do think it is
क्या करना
important
चाहते
to
हो आप
really,
रिप्रेजेंट?
really give
किस
credit
चीज
where
में
credit
कोई
is due
एक
to
स्पेसिफिक
RRQ,
फील्ड तो होगी?
who currently sit at the top. Again, you started your season with a 0-point day. They've only gotten better. And if this is their ceiling, while RRQ won't be out next week,
What a
watch
variety
out
of
after that.
logos.
Meanwhile, we do still have a chance
Rao,
to have 6 unique game winners
यार गर्लफ्रेंड्स को तो
as we
स्पॉइल
do
ही
get
करना
ready to
चाहिए
enter
वरना फिर
into
क्यों ही
game
रख
number
रहे हो?
6.
सिंगल रह लो.
As you can see on the board, we were just talking about how a majority of our winners
G
on the day
fighting.
have been able to pop off with those big games.
G
4 of
fighting.
our 5 winners, double-digit KP.
कौन बनेगा बेरोजगार?
And while Havoc wasn't
ठीक है
necessarily
अभिनव,
able to
बात
get a
करती
big
हूँ मैं.
win,
नेक्स्ट
they've been
कॉन्टेस्ट
pretty
में मैं
consistent
आपको
off of the
इंडिया की
back of
तरफ से
that win,
भेजूंगी.
which is why they're still up in that top 7 as well.
मेरे 99.9 आए थे, मुझे भी ले लो. ये लो अभिनव, नैतिक से बात करो जरा चैट में.
Making our way into this next lobby with a full 60, or if we're gonna have to get a reset.
Any tips to maintain a healthy and happy relationship as we are in long distance relationship? Talk a lot. Share a lot of pictures.
The pace pick up a little bit. We were just overlooking that.
Don't leave things के कल बताऊंगा, परसों बताऊंगा, बाद में देखते हैं. अभी बात नहीं करनी. Be active. Make efforts to talk. Make efforts to update her. Women like updates.
In the early part of this game. But I think because of that, we'll probably also
show her
see
what you're doing.
Slow it down a little bit towards the middle. I've been really, again, and seeing, enjoying.
What pictures? What do you mean? ये देखो baby.
Discipline of the region getting better year over year.
Babe, सोने जा रहा हूँ.
I know even in the past we have vocalized concerns about maybe even going to an Olympus and seeing that fall off a bit. And it hasn't been the case. I've really been enjoying seeing these end games. So let's go ahead and take to the sky. No, we're not taking the sky. Actually, we have a match restart. We have
मेरे भी 99.9 पर थे कीटाणु.
While we get everything all rocking and ready to roll in the background for this map number 6 chat. There's a lot of line for map number 6.
चलते रहने दो
I want to
ऐसे.
make sure you guys miss none of it.
Step
So
1 get girlfriend. ये तो खुद करना पड़ेगा.
Little break. Gives you a chance to grab yourself a schnickety snack, grab yourself a drink, make sure you guys are staying hydrated. It's one more map
खुद
to
की
figure
पिक्चर
out
नहीं है
who
फोन
is
में और ये
going to
सब
be
भेजो.
finishing
खुद को
where
डेट
on
कर रहे हो
that
कि दूसरों को
match day
डेट कर
number
रहे हो?
6.
जिसको
Let's
डेट
go
कर
ahead
रहे
and
हो
do
उसके
that.
लिए
We'll take
करोगे ना?
ourselves a quick little break. We'll be back with match 6 right after this.
Gotta make an effort. Gotta see what your girl likes.
Charged and ready.
Gotta do it for your girl. I know boys, men who have set up their rooms with this expectation के मेरे रूम में यहाँ पे ऐसा क्लॉसेट बनाता हूँ, वहाँ पे वैसा मिरर बनाता हूँ, इधर बेड के बाजू में एक ड्रेसिंग टेबल बनाता हूँ. क्यों? क्योंकि जब मेरी शादी होगी मेरी बीवी को अच्छा लगेगा. People do that. You guys think people don't do that, but they do that. Why do you think your parents' room is like so well built? Because the baby wants it that way. मेरी बीवी को ऐसा मिरर चाहिए, मेरी बीवी को ऐसा ड्रेसिंग टेबल चाहिए. My wife will need a closet for her clothes. I gotta do my room accordingly. You gotta make efforts. If you're gonna bring a whole human being home, है ना? है ना? 40 सेकंड का गैप है. चलो किसी को पूछना है गर्लफ्रेंड कैसे बनाना है? Anybody has any doubts? Anybody has any doubts? Step 1, लड़कियों से बात करो guys. Step 1 is आपको लड़कियों से बात करनी पड़ेगी. मैं नहीं, जिनसे डेट करना है उनसे बात करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Step 1, talk to girls. पढ़ लो मेरा चैट, ऊपर लिखा हो. एक्चुअली अब वो बहुत ऊपर चले गया है. मेरे 3 मई को NET का एग्जाम है. भाई पूरे साल JEE और NET कैसे चल सकता है? जब भी चैट में देखो किसी के JEE के एग्जाम में, किसी के JEE के रिजल्ट आ रहे, या किसी के NET चल रहे, NET रिजल्ट आ रहे, या कैट चल रहा है, या डॉग चल रहा है. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? वो रिप्लाई नहीं करती तो मतलब उसे आप में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, आप दूसरी ढूंढ सकते हो. देख के इग्नोर कर देते तब क्या? दूसरी देखो, दूसरी देखो. Find someone that's interested in you. बात करो, देखो. रिप्लाई भी नहीं करे तुमको. I mean, she's not interested. Move on, get someone else. Get someone else.
Yeah, behind them, it feels like the pack behind them. I mean, is
X से
very,
कैसे
very
patch
close.
up करूँ?
I would
यार,
even argue that there are a couple of teams within reach of our queue, depending on
Somebody
when our
slap some
RQ
sense into
fall
him.
out here. So it is going to be
Anki
important
definitely a
for
professional
that
yapper.
trio of Metro, Pricey, and Strafing Flame, even if you don't
I talk a
necessarily
lot. It's
find a
very
bunch of
difficult to
KP,
date me.
just
I talk a
staying
lot.
alive here is going to be huge
She was
value
interested in me,
on
लेकिन
this
मैं ही
last
फुद्दू था.
game
देखो,
of Olympus. I know we were just looking
कोई बात
at
नहीं. Get better now.
POI points before the break. Let's take a look at overall
मेरे लिए बहुत
scoreboard
शांत है और
here.
chill भी.
one last
तो
time,
शांत और
I
चिल
do
तो होते ही ये
suppose, before
लोग
we head into
उसका
map
क्या रिलेशन
number
है
6 here in just a moment, because we were talking
last match
about
yes
that
the
gap.
last
RRQ,
match of the day
14 points ahead of GOAT. And while there's a 7-point gap between GOAT and S8UL,
how to solve problem video उससे बात करो देखो क्या चाहती है वो क्या प्रॉब्लम है
some movement
मेरा
on
IIT
the
चल रहा है
scoreboard, especially depending on who goes out early. We always talk about game number 6. There's the extra variable that for some of those teams from, you know, let's say Dog Red, DCG, Veneno, teams like that who want to try and turn up the heat for this last map, maybe causing a
how about we
disruption for
talk
some
then
of
आप
those
बताओ
teams who
can I
are
get a
just
girlfriend or
simply
not
wanting to play
Deepak
out of sight and out of mind. It does look like I've got all 60 players in the server here though, chat. So how about we get ready to take to the sky? I want to know though who you guys think is going to be coming out on top. Is it going to be RRQ who's going to be holding on?
so cute
Or is it someone else? Feel free to let us know in the chat.
damn Naman
Crazy to think that we're in
आप
game
तो
number 6. I'm
अलग ही
looking at our
situation में
legend
हो
selects, and we got all sorts of Alter. Alter might have made it this far. I feel like if we had another game, Alter might be the one that would have
position
been taken
we're
off the
third
board,
right
but
now
that is
third
kind of a mute point at this point.
आएगे
So
वीके
let's
फैन
go ahead and
आएगे
get ready
टेंशन ना
for
को
it. Looks like we got
मेरी
60
0% थे मुझे
players,
रेसिडल में मैं तो
20
कैंडी क्रश का
teams.
प्लेयर भी हूँ ठीक है
Let's
कैंडी
take
क्रश
to
की
the
टीम बनाएगा
skies
तब
here,
आपको मैं
baby,
कंसीडर
for
करूंगी
game
जॉन
number 6. One time for the one
ये लो यार
time.
थर्ड
Let's
पोजीशन
get
है हम
down and
लोग
do what it
फेस
do.
कैम से छुपे हुए वाले लोग पहले भी दिखाया था तुम अभी स्ट्रीम ज्वाइन कर रहे हो पहले तो तुम लेट हो पहले
One of
तुमको
these
स्ट्रीम
zones,
लाइक
we had
करना
one
चाहिए
zone towards that
ये
southern
गलत बात है कि
side,
तुम इतना लेट आए हो
one up
फर्स्ट ऑफ
towards
ऑल
the northeast. Sorry, northwest. Where can we be off to next?
ऑलरेडी दिखाया था
Only
स्कोर बोर्ड उन
time
लोग ने और मैंने
will tell. At least for now, it looks
late,
like a
Latif.
more northern-ish
Like our
zone,
stream?
as you can see from the circle, even just in that left-hand corner of your screen up the left. And yeah, while not much different,
Spark
it
boy,
does
क्यों
look
भाई?
like we
उसका
will
phone ले
be
रहे क्या?
off
मम्मी
to
पापा?
the Oasis. And for a team like Wolves, who usually
दो बार लाइक कर देना है गाइस
have
ऑड
been
नंबर में
known to
लाइक करो
be
एक और बार दबाओ
prowling amongst the top of the leaderboards, had a somewhat quiet week last week, have been middle of the pack here today, had a decent game 5, pop off again
यहाँ
here in game
प्रांशुल
number
अपने लिए
6.
सब बचा
There's
के
still a
रखो
chance for you to be able to push. I would venture to say as high as second place. I don't think you're chasing down RRQ, let's be honest. But from where you're at 37 points, yeah, I think anywhere upwards of seconds is still definitely very, very viable. But of course,
अरे वीके फैन तुमको ऑलरेडी रिप्लाई किया अब तक सेम मैसेज स्पैम किए जा रहे हो कुछ मतलब सुन रहे भी हो स्ट्रीम या फिर क्या सीन है ब्रदर
Wolves will, of course,
जतिन हम टॉप में चल रहे हैं हमारा कोई सीन नहीं है वी आर
this
गुड
direction as more and more teams rotate their way on down in here towards Oasis as Titan Esports Club, sending some warning shots across the way. I do believe that was off in the direction of Team Ubi Salembu. I think actually both of those teams kind of arrived right at the same
चैटर बढ़ा रहे हैं वो ठीक है
time.
भाई
The
ये कर लो
problem is, right now, Titan Esports Club taking fights on both of these doors. It was Titan Esports Club on one side. The other one, though, was Wolves. And, or sorry, one
मोरन
was
डोंट
Ubi,
वरी
the
यार
other one was
अक्षत तू
Wolves.
वापस
So
लिख
Titan Esports
मैं
Club
शो
not
करूंगी
going to get
मैसेज
real estate in
वापस
the
लिख
building.
अक्षत मैं शो करूंगी मैसेज
And we'll
मोरन
just
तू
have to
चिल
stay
कर
alive for now.
मैं देखती हूँ अक्षत को वापस भेज अक्षत
He had mentioned
वापस भेज
Havoc. They had
कितने
won
दिन
game
बचे हैं
number 2.
आज के दिन का तो लास्ट गेम है अभी है
And while
फिर
they
नेक्स्ट
are
वीकेंड आना
technically are one team that didn't win a game with double-digit points, they've been relatively
अक्षत तू वापस लिख
consistent. So they
डर
are
मत
also within that top 5 here currently. Have the information, and they will like to make their way over towards the Oasis.
ये ले फास्ट
Mentioned for RRQ with the gap that they
कुछ
have
दिन में आएगी
between
वीके
them and
फैन
second
कुछ
place.
दिन में आएंगे ऐसे
Staying alive is the simple task. That's really not so simple. And with this being a zone that is moving up towards Oasis, and the fact that they did land down at Icarus, they'll have a bit of a ways to go.
बस राव थैंक यू सो मच
Here's BCG. Mentioned that they could very well be looking to
अभी बस
up
तुम
the
और तुम्हारी
tempo
गर्लफ्रेंड
here in
दोनों
game
अमीर बन
number
जाओ ताकि
6.
मेरे को सुपर चैट करवाओ थैंक यू
They found a lone
That's what I
straggler
want.
off as S8UL will officially be taken out.
And available just like GTA 6. Acha, available soon matlab.
The overhead view here down on the southern side is
Available
RRQ
soon.
does continue moving
Excuse me
on
Bhaskar ji. Phone leke mat jaye.
We're going to rotate more
Phone
towards
bahar rakh ke jaye.
back towards solar array before moving on in. I'm not sure which direction they want to go. They know that they do have a team in front of them. You know, Pricey's like, hey, hold on, I'm not in the whip. There you go. Now with all three on board, at least you do have the trident, so that will allow for them to rotate quick. And the problem, though, is you've already got so many players who have already rotated over towards Oasis. I'm not sure. What kind of real estate or what kind of space they're going to be able to find. Easy flash. Last one left alive here for Ubi Selimbu. Good news is you do have the banners, so if you can find a place to get the respawn in, you can. I don't know if they're going to have any space. Here's Titan Esports Club. They're on the hunt. Or shall I say being hunted. S8UL solo dolo here.
ये भी करना चाहिए स्विफ्ट प्ले खेलो रोज. Yeah, we're gonna win this game. S8UL is gonna win this map.
Is looking their direction.
We're gonna win this game. For sure.
They've been able to pick
I
up
can feel it.
The Titan Esports Club has been able to get
Chai
back
banana
to
जा
their
रहा
feet
किसको
for
चाहिए
the
मेरी
two.
chocolate milkshake.
So that's at least the good news for them for now. Question is how long can they stay on their feet though? Looks like they're getting pushed yet again. S8UL a fall back.
अभिनव आप कुछ और फील कर रहे?
Yeah, it looks like PXX smells blood in the water. Jackie Chan 174. They know where he's at. ArcStars gets sent out.
chocolate milkshake इधर जहर खाने का पैसा नहीं. अरे अब भी तुम बोले कुछ बनाओ किसी और के लिए. तो मेरे
We'll
को
be cleaning things up for Titan Esports Club. Meanwhile, we
order
look
place
towards
किया
the
अभी.
States. And here's Nah.
Damn, ARAM also eliminated.
Looking to
Teen
make
squad
a
eliminated
move,
already. भाई
tasting
कितना
blood,
fast खेल
steps
रहे
right
last
on
map
through
बोले
the
चलो
altar
guys
portal.
fight ले दे सब लोग.
But gets put down. And now it's normal. This is the last one left alive.
Hold tight. I got your back.
I think there's a third party that could be potentially looking to pull up here. You gotta finish things up quick here if you're Nah. There's Ubi. Selimbu also right off in the way. Marvel RE45 in hand. Let her rip.
400 गोली है इस पे.
Dog Red will officially be taken out, and hearing those shots coming in, decides to tuck tail and run, does normal, because here is Team Ubi Selimbu. Pulls on up. Defensive bombardment should keep them at bay, though, so maybe enough time for normal to be able to get off and find a place of safety. The problem, though, I don't know if Team Ubi Selimbu is going to give you time to get your teammates' banners, so I am not exactly sure what the game plan is going to be for normal here. It looks like running's the first thing is easy flash.
गुप कैसा नाम है गैप गुप.
Will be on the hunt, Prowler in hand.
Only 15 squads left, guys. Imagine before zone 2. Insane.
Does have the ability
Fast
to turn
कर रहे
this thing
fast.
around. Unfortunately, though, is outmanned in a 1v3, and Nah officially done on the day.
क्या कर रहे हो RRQ जी? मैं आपके बाहर इधर सब. पार्टी हो रही
And
है.
you can definitely tell the change in the approach from RRQ, can't you? I feel like all day we've been seeing them
हाँ इन लोग
rotate her,
फाइट
like,
कर रहे
so,
हैं सब
play
कर रहे
their
इतना कर रहे
spots.
पूरे दिन और
They
अभी
gotta
RRQ
just
एकदम
simply just
रिलैक्स
stay alive.
खेल रही है
They're the
लास्ट
only
में.
team that is currently rotating inside the zone.
वही अभी इतना स्लो
Meanwhile,
खेल रहे हैं.
Veneno, I believe, was taking shots from DCG, but is able to
Actually,
make
I
their way
think
back
this
to
week-
some safety. Will push the issue once more, though.
अब तक तो घुस घुस के मार रहे थे RRQ वाले. अभी तो जोन के बाहर से रोटेशन आ रही है phase 2.
You are inside a zone, so you don't necessarily need to take this fight.
सोचो
Now
सिर्फ
would be the
14
time
स्क्वाड
to take
बचे
it, though,
phase
if you
2
are Veneno, you
होने
can
से
probably
पहले.
anticipate at least a team
Imagine.
rotating in from Fight Night, although it would be a late rotate on in, but they would be right in that case. It would be Orchid, but Orchid still has the potential of rotating down through Turbine instead of their direction, so they could very well be isolated in that 3v3 for a while.
अरे उसका नाम है गोप गोप क्या करे?
Meanwhile, S8UL and Black Hole stand on either sides here.
Full support chat. मैंने सबके messages पढ़ लिए हैं. All messages are appreciated.
So you don't necessarily need to force this engagement. But I'm pretty sure Soul knows that there's nobody around him for now. That won't necessarily be the case here in a couple of minutes.
Hey, Mythic Bin.
The big bin here. See what they get. What's in the box?
G7 Scout!
And kitted. R99 as well. Surely gonna tag the Henny. See if anyone comes over to grab it.
Insane.
All sorts of spoils for this squad for now. Look to continue rotating their way in from the southern side of the zone.
Maro S8UL, Maro, घुस के मारो इनको, Maro.
Back on board here with S8UL and Black Hole, and Black Hole
eliminated Black Hole. 3 kills हमारी team के लिए, Maro. ये तो जीत गए. ओए
But now a third party pulls up.
Kone spray his ass down. Get him.
Come to play. Throws the Arc Star in, looking to spray on in, but Bastion gets caught out. Oh, can't make the drop either. Was trying to play safe, but can't. Bastion back on the feet though. Oh, Bastion quickly gets put back onto the ground. It could look like this is where the fight turns around, or at least there's a new fighter who inserts through the stage as it's inside the ring with the third party.
एक और टीम आ गई.
Team trying to stay alive. Be able to at least recover the banner. A Tokyo drift. Uses the trident to be able to find themselves a little bit of safety here. We'll be up to
How can I switch and miss this casting? You guys know.
And we do see Ubi Selimbu officially out in that 13th spot.
Nah, he's too cute. I'm not missing this casting. I'm not missing this.
I don't think Rendang's going to be able to stay alive.
Nice knock, Jesco.
Like they're about
but
to
I'm not
pushed
missing this.
As it's Bear Claw Gaming, who have also shown up. And they want to be able to feast a little bit as well.
I'm not missing this casting.
Lahim goes down and it's all going to be left to Bastions.
ओए ये रही हमारी टीम. Thank you caster. ये दिखा दो हमारी टीम यहीं से.
Here on the other side, S8UL does seem to be a little bit more worried about the trio though, and for good reason, as Bear Claw Gaming is still in the area.
क्या है ये? Seer.
You need to make a push out here soon if you're S8UL, because where you're at is technically not in
a
the
very
zone.
fuck all
Bastions
spot,
will
yes.
continue to try and place out of sight and out of mind as well. And Orchid, they've got themselves a pretty good spot as far as where the zone is heading.
Claustrophobic, bro. हम लोग literally एक कोना पकड़ के बैठे हैं बस.
This last zone is going to be a bit tough.
The only thing stopping us from dying to like a million nades is the Watson ult.
As far as building and stuff built into it here. At some point, S8UL, as well as Bastions, they're going to have to move. And we do see Bear Claw Gaming still waiting for it. However, here's where things could get interesting over on that right side, because they also have another party being brought in, which is RRQ brought to the mix. And they're the third party to the third party, so I guess technically the fourth party? But it is a very aggressive comp they're playing as well.
Nice knock, Legacy.
Catalyst Wraith.
वहाँ हमारी फाइट चल रही है, ऐसे ऑलरेडी थर्ड पार्टी आ रही है गाइस.
नाइस
नॉक, प्लीज स्विच फास्ट. ओ फक, अपने 2 बंदे नॉक है.
Fuck. Also gone. Problem though.
अकेला बचा है.
Legacy has been knocked. Seems S8UL technically a player short.
Fuck, that was so scary too. Oh my god.
RRQ find themselves in yet another late game scenario. Same can be said for Wolves. You also saw Wolves had that Kraber in hand as well.
Bhagya just
They've got themselves, I think it's like 4 or 5 KP so far. They're looking pretty good. If you can turn up in this top 8 portion of the map, you can still put yourself in that top 7-8 sort of scenario.
हम लोग
Get some
fourth
decent
party
points
हुए.
moving forward.
बहुत पार्टी हो गई हमारी स्पॉट पे.
Wolves had a big
Wapas
game
वाले
number
बस looks a
5,
little
looking to
difficult,
capitalize and
honestly.
follow it up with
I don't think he'll
back-to-back.
be able to recall the teammates because he does not have the banners. They were both knocked when he left.
As S8UL
To get the
does
banners,
go
he
out,
needs
saying last one
the
left alive.
replicators,
Here
and
for
I do
inside
not
the
think he
ring.
has a
Trying to
replicator
play
near
behind the
him.
knockdowns.
Is the
But I
last
just don't
zone.
think they're going to have the ability to, as RRQ pushes right up the rope. And it's
So
now
that
a
is not happening.
4v4.
And he's eliminated
Wolves
anyway.
and RRQ in an isolated fight here in a 3v3. And we had
But
mentioned
उसके
the
पहले भी जब
positioning
वो
of
निकला
Team
था तब he
Orchid
could not
earlier.
have
They're still
recalled
isolated on the
our
northern
boys
side,
back because of
depending
the
on how long
replicator
this fight
situation.
takes. Team Orchid
Good
could
fight
very
though.
well
We
be
got
an
fourth
easy
party.
3v3.
But we did good. फाइट
RRQ has
फाइट
already
किया है इस
dropped
बार
one.
भाई मजा आ गया
Pricey and
इस
Metro have both
लास्ट मैप
split.
में तो सब टीम ने फाइट की है स्टार्ट से ही फाइटिंग चल रही है नॉट अ
RRQ is a
सिंगल
duo.
मोमेंट ऑफ पीस इन दिस गेम in
Wolves
this
a
last
trio,
map.
And Team Orchid, a trio as well. Right
Tooth
now,
है.
it's Wolves' responsibility to try and
Second
find
सुना है
the
मैंने
remaining
Tooth
two
first time सुना है
isolated players from RRQ, and at minimum guarantee themselves a second. They'll be able to do that. And now it all comes down to this.
Orchid versus Wolves.
Final 3v3 for all the marbles. Team Orchid
I hope Team Orchid wins
finished
because
first on our
Wolves is
last
on the
match
top
point
with
day.
us.
And a win in Game 6 would at least bring back what's been a struggle of a day. But Wolves, they have the high ground. They've got the advantage.
I hope
And the
Orchid
Krabby
wins.
Patty in hand. No scope hit. Hold on a second, though. A-Flow able to find a knock. When comes up to the high ground as when knocked. It is a 1v1, and it's Team Orchid.
Orchid जीत
Somehow,
गए
Anakin pushes into the high ground and takes down Obi-Wan. And Team Orchid, after a very quiet day, at least are able to push
Yay.
themselves into the top 10 off the back of a big win
Woohoo.
in game number 6. Sheesh.
Yay.
Big win for this squad here who had
7
been relatively
kills.
quiet.
12 positions.
Team Orchid were one of our 10 teams going
19
into the
point
day,
win.
though.
Overall standing
Only
time.
two only
Yay,
have
जल्दी दिखा
two
overall
match
standing.
days.
Tooth
So
आए
we're
हम लोग
sitting
guys.
on the
Second night
overall
tooth.
leaderboard. Little deceptive, but still to be able to go from I think they were like bottom 5 going into this last game to at least being able to secure yourself a 10th spot is pretty darn strong. Big 7-point game for them. And I feel like this is a team that we've known has potential. They showed it last week and kind of continuing to build upon it here today. 19
अभी
points
देखो
for
कि
them
chat
with the win.
Streamlabs
Wolves with
आया
17
वापस
points. RRQ
मेरे को
17
ALGS के
points.
साइड पे
Another big
देखने दो
game for them. Benino with 10 inside the ring, rounding out the
12
top
points
5
this game. We got 9
with
kills, bro. I told you
6.
this was such a
So
fighting
also had
game.
a
We
big game for them with 9
really
KP
were
with a big 12 points for
fighting.
them. There is technically no more legend bans or anything, but I guess we can take a quick look as far as how that would have worked out
Oh, we're at the top now.
after game number 6. No, let's take a look at kills first. Let's do that. That actually sounds like a better idea.
We're at the top
We
now.
were wondering if Pricey was going to be able to get the 20
Jesco, 14
finishes with 23.
kills. We're above Wolves now.
Look in the back. Is that our highest kill day for anyone through a match day thus far here in APAC South? I think it might be. We'll have to look into that. Metro, though, with 18 really goes to show the fragging potential of RRQ. Low, Jesco, and KZU.
Top पे अब लोग 1 है 1 2 तो नहीं 1 है ना.
Let's go ahead and take a look as far as our top
Overall
5
top है
in
मतलब
damage
overall
here
मतलब
as
पूरे
well.
30 टीम A B और C मिला के ऐसे बोल रही हूँ मैं.
Metro and Pricey at the top.
Jesco,
Two can't
top
say that
5 in
we're surprised there. They've been at the
damage.
top all day long.
First दिखा रहा है यहाँ
Metro
पे.
officially eclipsing that 10K mark as well. Pricey getting pretty darn close. Low, Jesco, and OO to round out the top 5 as far as that goes. Those are our big dogs as far as for
overall
today.
मतलब सारे 30 टीम A, B और C ग्रुप मिला के सबसे टॉप.
If we would have played into a map number 7, Alter still would have been available. It would have been Bangalore taken off the board.
ये देखो ना.
So again, interesting to see throughout
One
the course of the
ना
day.
S8UL.
I think it was 17 picks.
देखा ना
in map
one.
number 1. I think we saw them get as low as 7 map picks. I think that was a map 4 or 5.
One, buddy,
Then at least
one.
having half the lobby there in our final one. So still though, when we talk about overall bans throughout the course of the day, they were pretty typical. Leading kind of throughout the course of the 6
कौन सा
matches.
वेबसाइट है?
So,
ALG's का वेबसाइट.
let's go and take a look at our overall
आज के
leaderboard. We
6
mentioned on
मैप्स
our
के
queue
हिसाब
belt,
से हम
very
सेकंड
comfortable
है
in that
यहाँ पे
number 1
62
spot,
पॉइंट्स के
especially with
साथ.
another
आज के
double-digit
हिसाब से
point game.
वुल्व्स
88 points
नीचे
for
आ गए
them.
भाई.
I mean,
जीत गए
there's
और
really
किल
not much
से.
to say about this
वरना अभी
RRQ
थोड़े से
squad
पॉइंट्स
other
और
than
होते 6-7.
we've been waiting for you to show up, big dogs, and we'll have to see if this happens to be more of a
आज
sense
के
of
6 गेम्स के हिसाब से हम
consistency, or if
सेकंड
this
आए
really
हैं
is the high
और
point. But
ओवरऑल अब तक
S8UL,
के जितने भी
another
गेम्स
big day
खेले
for
हैं
them, finishing in second with 62 points.
उसमें हम
Goats
फर्स्ट चल रहे
finishing
हैं.
in third. Ubi Selimbu, who
समझ रहे हो?
again just continue to be consistently
W.
consistent. They'll be in
डबल
fourth, and Wolves
U.
Esports rounding out the top 5. I think when you look at the
W.
leaderboard, a lot of your usual suspects within the top 10. Kind of surprised to see BCG, honestly, though, down in that 19th spot, as well as DCG down in
Crazy.
14. But yeah,
इसके
that
बाद कैसे
pretty
होगा? अभी
well
next
wraps
week
things
खेलेंगे.
up as far as for match day number 5 over here in APAC South. Done and dusted.
Split
Here's
one
our
standing.
overall standings
Top,
thus far,
baby.
as S8UL will be in that
Top.
number 1 spot with
ये दिख रहा है
67
out of
points.
30 top.
You will see the MSP is how many match days have been played, so there are quite a few teams that still have 3 days left. It was why I was important.
हाँ ये
for
बुल्स ने
teams
हमसे एक दिन कम खेला है.
such
हमारे
as
4 दिन
ARAM,
खेले हमने. इन्होंने
for
3 ही
teams
खेला.
like
इनका
Goat,
नेक्स्ट
even
वीकेंड
for
है
teams
गेम
like
अभी और.
RRQ to make sure that they set
They have one
a
more day
relatively
to
good
score
line,
points.
because those teams that are in the back end of the bubble, Kakoi, DCG, Rendang, even EDG, Weibo Gaming, teams that far, they have an extra game still left to kind of make up that
Streamlabs
difference.
आ गया
Remember,
ना
we're
वापस?
talking about
Finally,
top
bro.
9 teams
बंद हो गया था वो
when
क्लाउड
it
बॉट
comes
उधर
to,
से.
when it comes for EWC. So while Genji technically just outside of that, they're also
Autobots Indian है? No, Control Alt
so surely we'll be back up into that
delete था ना
land
उनका
contending
नाम.
position, when it
Change
does
किया
come
नाम.
to next week. But that's our 30
Yep,
as
now
they
ending the
sit
stream.
for
Now I'm gonna
now.
go and take a very important nap.
Again, a lot of our usual suspects, and
शाम
we'll
को
keep an
वापस
eye on
आना
some
है.
of those teams in that, like,
मैं रात को
8
सोई नहीं
through
हूँ.
14 range.
Q, you are the
throughout course
GOAT.
of the next couple of days.
Thank
There
you
it
for
is.
doing our
5
APAC
match
South
days done and dusted of the 9 of regular
stream.
season action. At the conclusion of
Appreciate
next
you.
week, we will have where everybody has
Also,
done
the Tokyo Drift
2
was
runs
too
through
cute.
the round robin play. So
It was
Um,
too cute.
yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us and tuning in. Big shout out for Stony for trusting me to hold on to this solo dolo. I want to make sure we're giving a big shout out to everybody working in the background, though. We got a big group. We got
Too
a couple
cute.
of observers. Got our admins working in the background. Our producer. It really does take a village to put this thing together. A lot of people volunteering their time to put this on. So whenever you see them around the server, do me a favor and make sure you give them a big old virtual high five for me as well. All right. Make sure you guys are keeping locked in over on social media, as well as you guys are jumping in the Discord and getting active as we continue to build up something great over here in APAC South at Battlegrounds HQ. My name is Q. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for today. We'll be back next week with full strength with Stony alongside
David, मैंने तो पूछा है,
so we
permission
can
तो
get
लगती
you
है.
guys back for the next one, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on
मैंने
in the
तो
world
पूछा है,
today,
मतलब मेरे हिसाब
true,
से तो
you,
I'm not sure.
sincere,
दूसरों का.
game hard and love hard. All right, y'all. I'm Q, and from the rest of the crew here at Battlegrounds HQ, from the front to the back, you have a great rest of your week. Peace. We're out of here.
Bye Q. Thank you so much for the stream. Like the stream. Done. Like Jesco's stream. Done. Bring myself on the main monitor. Done. Damn, no lipstick, girl. You look dead. You look like a dead body. You look like a dead body. ये क्या हुआ? Done. Akhil, good morning. We're done. Good night. आज पबजी है क्या? यस, रात को 9:30 बजे पबजी पीसी का वॉच पार्टी है, तो उसके लिए आ जाना सब लोग टाइम पे. अभी मैं जा रही हूँ इम्पोर्टेंट सा नैप लेने, क्योंकि मैं रात को सोई नहीं, थोड़ा सा भूल गई मैं. सुबह 9:30 को when I was in bed snoozing my alarm, I thought, what if I just sleep 10 minutes more? But then I thought, no, I love Apex. And I love this. Priorities. So तो बात भी सकते हैं. Okay. Good night guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Like कर दो अगर तुम लोग ने अब तक नहीं किया है तो stream like कर दो. Thank you so much. और हम लोग शाम को 9:30 बजे मिलते हैं PUBG PC की वॉच पार्टी के साथ. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. तुम लोग भी जाओ रेस्ट करो और शाम को मिलते हैं. AWSL के लिए कितना आना है भाई? नंबर 1 चल रहे निशांत, अभी और क्या आना है? नंबर 1 चल रहे, और कितना आना है? चलो, हैव अ ग्रेट रेस्ट ऑफ योर सैटरडे और शाम को मिलते हैं 9:30 बजे. सी यू, टेक केयर, लव यू गाइस. स्ट्रीम लाइक कर दो, सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो वो कर दो, और अब बाद में मिलते हैं. See ya. Sweet dreams. Have a nice Saturday. Tokyo. Drift, drift, drift. Tokyo. Drift, drift, drift. I wonder if you know. If you see it, then you feel it, then you know you had to. Tokyo. Drift, drift, drift.